Ahoy, crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. I'm Captain RG3, turning the turntables for you here this evening. Man, how many of you guys watch DJ Cryptomatic on Sundays? We had a little overlap with Gary and DJ Cryptomatic. I just like turning this stuff on in the house in the afternoon. It's like Sunday afternoons. His stuff comes on. It was badass. Saw his DS pads spinning on the turntables. That was very cool. Honored to have you, DJ Cryptomatic. We might see him at an event one day, maybe. Who knows? So anyway, welcome everybody. And I just got done listening to Gil Scott, and man, the revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed. And I believe that. I believe that because this is our platform. This is our, as long as they let us have it so far, this is our platform to speak to the people and to bring stuff to the people that are going to change things. Let me jump in the chat room here real quick. So I found out, so I was like, why do we always go into the chat rooms and say hello to everybody? Well, I mean, first of all, it's cool to be able to say hi to everybody, but it gets the time for people to come in and jump on the stream so that we fill the room up before we actually start talking. So let me just say hello to everybody. Jenkins, what's happening, brother? Good to have you, man. Good to have you. Love your stuff. You just put out awesome content, bro. Good stuff. If you haven't seen Jenkins, you guys need to watch him on Discourse Syndicate. Go to discoursesyndicate.network.com. I know it's a long one, but that's what we got for now. Somebody has taken up all of the hexagon names and .coms and domains. Somebody's out there scooping them all up. So there ain't a whole bunch of them out there. Anyway, what's up, Wolf of Worcester? How you doing? Ooh, calm down, buddy. No, man, we don't calm down around here. Identity Block, what's up? Kool-Aid. We got to get together, bro. It's time. It's time. You're here in town now. We need to hang out. I'm going to lunch with Versology and Give Me Liberty here in the next few days. We're going to go hang out at the golf club and have a seared ahi salad or something. Love hanging out over there. Crypto 303, what's happening? Yeah, I didn't kick off the other stream, did I? If I did, they went over. That was if you didn't watch it before this stream, it was Joe Exotic and Nicole, our own nerd girl. They were chatting it up. So I didn't make that because I had work stuff going. Today has been one of those really hectic days. Slammed with work, slammed with business. All Cadillac problems. Don't get me wrong, except for the work thing. The work thing was like somebody screwed up, but now I got to fix it, and now it's going to mess my whole day up tomorrow. Messed up my whole evening. I didn't get done literally until like 5 minutes before the stream, so I have nothing prepared. I didn't get to watch the streams that I wanted to watch so that I can comment on them. So work kind of screwed you guys out of a decent show. I guess all of the shows are. You get what you get. You get the community developers and streamers that you deserve. So anyway, what's up, Sig Hex? Hey, how you doing, bro? Machiavelli 23. Love having you, bro. Love always having you. Culture Critique, Crypto 303. Let's see. Oh boy. I love it when Steph's texting me right now. Let's see. Oh man, Steph and Firebun have done it, guys. You just wait. Who else is in here? Hex Deck 16. On to the next. I smell sacrifice in them waters, Captain. Yes, it is coming. But now remember, Richard said on Sunday, he said what was his exact words? The sacrifice will, I think the sacrifice will happen this next week. So he said it on Sunday. So that could mean next, all the way up to next Saturday. So it could be 13 days from when he announced that. So just being technical about it, right? Just being technical. So Hexander, it is Shark Week after all. Yes, it is Shark Week. Let's see. Culture Critique. Whales only. What's up, my man? Whales announced on Hex Asians that they are going to be streaming this Friday. Wells, let's make sure that we check that schedule so that we're not cross streaming. Make sure that you get a hold of coffee so that we know the right times for Friday. Coffee is the god of the guide. So talk to Coffee. Let's see. Hex Logic, JG Wentworth. What's up, dude? Mel Tony. And who else is in here? Hey, Knipples is in here. What's up, man? Tob LaRousse. I don't know what. I didn't know he watched me live. Pay Me Hex. Yep. What's up, Pay Me Hex? Trustless. And the King himself is in here. Our producer. Welcome, King. Welcome. Mr. T Shares. All right. I like that name. Hex Conductor. Hexander. I think I'm going 00. Far Out Aliens. Been a while since I've seen you in here, bro. Far Out Aliens. Man, one of our original OG freaking trolls, man. Far Out Aliens is the shit. Bearded Saint, Hex Live, Nick Green, the Machine, the Hex Machine. Damn, so much for going to bed early. Yeah, cool, man. I'm glad you guys are going to stay up and watch this stuff. DC Maverick. Let's see. Baseline. Oh, we got our little troll in here. Hi, little troll. How you doing? Stupid shit. Oh God, I'm glad that we keep people entertained enough that they want to keep coming back and keep throwing dumb shit in the. I know who it is. It's somebody we pissed off and made look like an idiot, so they got to come in here and try it. Diraj, what's up? Has anybody seen the Golden Mike thing? Yeah, the Golden Mike thing. Don't miss that on the Hex Asians. It's cool stuff. Who else? Crypto Panda. What's happening? All right. Let me get right to it. ISO Serenity. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Has everyone seen the bonding curve info that RH just posted? Oh, did he? Let's take a look. Go to notifications here. Pulse chain com. Let's see what we've got. And what chart are you watching? Crypto Cobain. He tagged him on something for some reason. I thought USD hyperinflation was supposed to make my cryptocurrencies go higher and higher every day. Yeah, I don't know, Cobe. It looks like Hex is going higher and higher every day. I don't know about your other stuff sitting there at the bottom of that curve, but Hex is doing that. You're just in the wrong crypto, bro. Somebody let Kobe know that he's in the wrong crypto, please. Just send him out a message and tell him he's in the wrong crypto. All right. I don't see anything else here on a bonding curve. Let's see. Nope, I don't see anything. Am I missing something, guys? Maybe let's see. Nothing to see here. Voice chat participants. Yeah, I haven't been able to monitor all day, so it could be down in here deeper somewhere, but I don't see it. I don't see a bonding curve unless he put it on the website. Did he put it on the website maybe? Let's see. Oh my, Gil Scott Heron. Man, that guy was ahead of his time, bro. Ahead of his time. If you guys have never listened to Gil Scott Heron's dissertation of the revolution will not be televised, go listen to that thing the whole way through, man. I wish I could play it here. I wish. Fires me up, man. Just fires me up. And the revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed because this is ours, man. This is ours. This is real. This is the real stuff here. And we're working for you guys. You can expect work from others here on the streaming. Let's see here. Nope, I still don't see anything in this bonding curve. If somebody has it, or you can link me to it, send it up. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Right on. Well, let's see who's been hitting me up, and then I'll talk to you about that. So the chat we had. Oh, okay. I had a nice long talk with oh, cool. I'll read this later, Steph. Thanks. With Steph today about Staker app and its future and what he's been doing, things that he's been getting done. Guys, it is going to be incredible. So I'm sorry, I'm looking through things to make sure that we got something to. Nope. Did anybody see us all hit box mining up yesterday during his stream? It was really good. Hold on a second. I got to turn this fan on. It's like burning up in here. Okay. So a few of us jumped into Michael, or what his name would be is box mining. And here's the bonding curve. Cool. Thank you, Larry. Let's see. Box mining had a little video on DeFi. So I said, okay, let's go in there and teach them a little about DeFi, because I almost knew that they weren't going to really be talking about true DeFi, because really they don't know about true DeFi. I mean, there are things that Hexicans know that people in DeFi don't know and don't understand, because they've been gatekept from it. They don't know what Hex is really all about and what it means to DeFi. It's real DeFi. There is no DeFi out there. There's all of this counterparty risk bullshit out there, and they just don't know it. They think they're getting a better thing, but that better thing isn't really better yet. Like they literally had a guy on that stream. I don't want to promote it, like go in there and watch it, but it's not even worth watching, because the guy was talking about leveraged staking. You heard me? You heard me right. He was talking about leveraged staking. So to call something like that DeFi is freaking ludicrous. I mean, unbelievable that was like even brought up in a conversation about DeFi, because even Michael himself had a problem with this guy talking about what he was talking. He didn't really like stop him. Like if he was sitting there with Richard or us, he would have got body slammed right off the bat. Like, what in the entire fuck are you talking about? Leveraged staking, right? So anyway, we Hexicans did a really good job of hitting the chat, and I'm not going to call it trolling. We were educating, because we were asking questions that were so deep that they didn't even know how to answer them. We were asking good questions, and Michael was deferring to the questions about the woman that was in the chat, that was on the stream, because she was cute, because people were asking her, like cutesy little stupid freaking TikTok-ish type questions, simping on her and all that kind of crap. So they were doing that, and they were talking about those questions, but they weren't answering ours, and ours were serious. We were asking serious questions. And at one point I even saw Michael looking at our chats when we were blasting this guy about the leverage trading with good questions. I saw him snicker, because he was like, fucking, these guys are right. So it's changing. It's changing, guys. The sentiment of crypto is changing. Like I've always said, we are the true influencers. I was having a talk with Steph about the Gnosis safe and what that means. And do you realize that? So think about this. So it's a security layer of such. And most people, even in Hex, don't even understand what the Gnosis safe means to us as far as security protocol goes, or whatever it's going to mean to us. I don't even understand it fully. But it's incorporated into Staker app, and it's going to give us the ability to do things that we haven't been able to do before. And even Ethereum, Vitalik has talked about it and how important it is and how it can be used in the future. So there's this thing out there that we are starting to incorporate already that are going to change things in DeFi, make DeFi even better. And people in crypto still don't even know about Hex. They don't even know about Hex, which is the true DeFi cryptocurrency. There is no truer DeFi cryptocurrency than Hex. It has functioned flawlessly as the true DeFi cryptocurrency. And now we are separating ourselves from the whole cryptocurrency world. And we're taking everybody with us who wants to participate over to Pulse Chain on a truly DeFi chain. So now we have the best of both worlds. We have a chain and we have a crypto that are both true DeFi. And now if everything gets layered on it properly, then we've got crypto in the bag. And they don't even know it's coming. They don't know. While all of the other entities out there are looking to attack crypto or looking to see where their attack vectors are, which there are many. There are many. I think stable coins being the biggest attack vector for crypto out there. On top of that, bugs and regulatory issues. The more scams that they can get going, the more they can push their regulatory bullshit down people's throats, right? So I see us being the only safe haven for true DeFi crypto. That's what we got here. That we've got the tiger by the tail, guys. That's what they call it. You got the tiger by the tail, because they ain't going to be able to stop us once all of this stuff goes. See, they weren't able to stop Bitcoin, but they started regulating all the stuff around it. You know what I'm saying? So Satoshi did a good job when he launched Bitcoin, because they weren't able to kind of fuck with that. So at least the Bitcoin contract, as fallible and dilapidated and old and as it is, at least they couldn't mess with it and like take it down. I mean, they could have through regulatory crap, but now they've started to take and attack the vectors, the exchanges, the on-ramps. Those are the things that are vulnerable. If we can take the vulnerability out of those things, then we get to change the money with crypto. With all that bullshit that's out there now, too many attack vectors and too much bullshit going on for there to be any real change in money because of crypto. That's why if you look at my old streams, I was always fucking bashing crypto. Always, because there were too many attack vectors. There were too many ways for it to fail. There was too much bullshit out there. The shills were horrendous. I hated them. They were bugging me. They were lying, cheating, and stealing, and they were the influencers. And I didn't understand it. And I said, "No, what? We're going to be the new influencers. We're going to change crypto." And the way that we're doing that is by building this community and standing in front of Hex. Because with Hex behind us, it's inevitable. We're gonna be the influencers, because everybody's gonna come to us. Just to let you guys know, I just got invited to the local LA meetups. They want RG3 to represent Hex at the local meetups now. They didn't ever invite me before to none of this shit. Now I'm being invited to go to the local meetups and be part of the crypto community. So I get to go and educate crypto people. And you know what? It's a big thing out here in LA. We have some big people out here. And so, it's happening. Things are happening, guys. And we are going to get to lead the way. We are the guide on holders. I call it the guide on in Marine Corps. We're leading the way. We're leading the charge. And the tide is turning. And the way people are treating Richard now is a lot different. In fact, there's so many people behind the scenes now talking about how much Hex is not a scam, but they don't like Richard. I mean, that's the conversation now. So it's like slowly but surely it's changing. The narrative is changing. And before you know it, they'll be coming to us. They'll be asking us, how did you guys do it? What is this Pulse Chain about? What is Hex really all about? How do we get involved? How can we help? Look at the new Pulse info. Oh, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Hold on one second. Oops. Let's see. Where is the new stuff? And are we talking about the nomenclature or what? Let's see. Easy to use. Goals, status, right? Project status pulse. Run 3-second blocks. Full Ethereum state is injected with bidirectional replay protection. Validator rotation and staking is complete. The status dashboard for validators is complete. Sacrifice code is tested. More details about the sacrifice phase will be released soon. Get in the Telegram chat and have your ideas heard. This is all the same stuff. Did I miss something? Let me see. Where are we at? Guy, can you feel the inevitability? I felt it a long time ago. I've been trying to get you guys all fired up so that you guys realize that you are the influencers. You're going to be teaching people what DeFi is all about. Hexagons are DeFi, man. That's it. Bottom line, end of story. We said it from the beginning. Like I had this gal, like maximalist girl. I don't know if she's really a maximalist or whatever. I've always liked her on Twitter. She hasn't really done anything to bother me. I know she bothers some people in the community, but she's just some gal that talks about crypto, and then she commented on something like something about hexagons, and I was like, what's worse? She said the XRP army of the hexagons or something like that, and I was like, what the fuck is this all about? And I said, we're the worst. What do you mean? Of course we're the worst. Fuck with us. Watch this. And sure as shit, she got blasted, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a comment here. And my comment was, look, I make immutable trustless interest on top of monsters' massive gains, thousands of X. And I've been talking about it before it got even off the ground. I was talking and promoting the number one highest appreciating asset of 2020 before it appreciated. So you might want to sit down and listen to what I have to say, because I know what I'm fucking talking about. Because Hex is DeFi and you guys don't know it. So sit down, shut up, and listen. We're going to teach you something. It's about really doing something right in crypto, which hasn't been done yet. And, I think it falls on deaf ears sometimes with these people. And yeah, you're saying her name, right? That's right. That's who it is. And, she's got a lot of followers, but that's all about to change, because hexagons are starting to get a lot of followers. I've never seen I don't have a whole ton. I've got 5,000, maybe going on 6,000 on Twitter, but I didn't have any when we started. I had 0. I started a fresh account when we started, and that's, in the last year and a half. And that's just hexagons. And now, and for a while there, I was seeing some weird, names from some strange small country in Africa, or some, Indian city where somebody was coming from. So I saw some of those people coming in with 1, 2, 10 followers type of stuff. But now I'm starting to see people with 200, 300 followers that are from other crypto communities are starting to come and follow us, because people are starting to, listen to what's going on here. We've got a message, we've got a product, and people are going to start becoming interested in it. And other things are happening with, the platforms that are out there. Look, I was talking with Clay from Nomics today, and we were having a conversation, and he said, RG, we're killing them all in the algorithms. We're moving on them. And I was thinking, man, I tell people out there in the real world, and I know CMC is the thing that everybody is the go-to. So everybody buying Doge and all that other crap is, their first thing is CMC. They're going to go look at CMC. But Clay was saying that they're getting ready to have this death cross with the algorithms with them and CMC. They're starting to gain on them. Now, I know that there's not public consensus, because when I go to a no coiner or something, and I say, hey, well, what are you looking at that thing on? Well, they're either looking on that stupid Robin Hood thing, or they're looking on CMC. And then when I tell them about nomics, they look at me like I got fucking lobsters crawling out of my ears, right? Like, what's that? Oh, I have to go there to look at Hex. It's like, well, if you read the information that's out there, the real information that's out there, nomics has the best information available. They're the only ones that are hitting the algorithms properly. They've got the A++ rating versus everybody else. They're the number one rated ranking site out there as far as true numbers. And the success, and I was talking to Clay about this, the success of nomics is based on its information. So they put information out to all of the other sites and that want good information. They, that's what they produce. They produce information on cryptos, solid, reliable, time-weighted information. So nomics is proving itself, and it's starting to beat the algorithms. Now, public consensus is a whole nother thing. That's just popularity and, pop culture thing. And it'll catch on. It takes a little while. When you got numbers, just like Hex, the numbers were there from the beginning. Whales in his stream proves it. It's like, look, guys, here's the math. This is what this thing was supposed to do. Here's where it started. And here's where it's at now. Here's where it's going, because the math is the math, period. It's a contract that's built on math, and there isn't any human element involved. It's about math. That's what this is. That's what DeFi was supposed to be. That's what makes it so great, is that we were supposed to take middleman and human beings out of it and make it math. Now, the centralization pieces of things, look, I'm not of the ilk that says, and I never have been, and I've said it from the beginning of this stream, I'm not somebody who doesn't believe in, now all my brothers out there that are anti-government and anti-establishment and all that kind of shit, I'm down with you guys. I understand where your hearts are at. I get it. I know it. I understand. I mean, my family's half Native American, man. I know what it is to go out there and have to fight things and try and get your shit back, and to try and, bring the power back to people instead of entities. I understand that. I'm not for the corporate entities, but I do understand that good systems, good support systems for community are built on centralization. And that's good centralization. See, this country, the United States, is a good country. However, founded in the wrong ways or whatever, it's created its atrocities, but every nation has, unfortunately, because there's human beings and human error involved. But the things that are good are the things you want to hold on to, the things that you want to build and grow on. The other stuff, yeah, you work on changing them. But unfortunately, moneyed interest has changed them to their favor. And that's why so many people have been handed the shaft. And so many normal, hardworking people have been handed the shaft globally because moneyed interests have created problems. So I don't know what the answer is. All I know is that human beings just got to start being better, man. Just got to start being better. Look for better people to lead you. Look for better people to be involved in things. Don't make decisions on whims and freaking ideologies and anger and you should never make a decision out of anger or out of fear or any of those emotions. That's one thing I learned in the Marine Corps. We do everything that we can to make those life and death situations not an emotional thing. It's very, very hard to take it out, especially in a wartime situation. But they do everything to prepare you to take that to prepare you so well that you're reacting, and you're not reacting to your emotion. You're reacting to your training and to how your mind was programmed. And that's the kind of things that we need to do when we go out there, when you go, how do we make these decisions? How do we vote for people? A lot of people, fuck the voting and fuck all that and fuck government and anarchy. And I'm sorry, it ain't going to work, guys. It's just not, and call me old, call me a fucking grouchy old fuck or whatever. But that's just the way it is. And some of you guys got to come to that realization that, hey, we just got to be better people, because when it comes down to it, when I sit down with anybody, I don't care who it is, you one-on-one with the RG3, you and me sit down, we aren't going to agree on everything. But I'll guarantee you that the things that matter at heart for all of us human beings, we will agree upon. And then I can allow you to have your freedoms to believe and be whoever it is that you are, whatever gets you through your day. And we can come to the agreement that as long as we're not hurting each other or being offensive to each other, the things of the heart are all that matter. It's all that matters when two human beings sit down. All that other stuff is just bullshit and how you get through your damn day. You know what I mean? So anyway, hey, thanks Hex19. I don't want to get too deep into that crap. I'm happy converted BTC USD to Hex. Now ready for Pulse. Bring it on, Richard and the Hexicans. Hex19, thank you for the $10, man. Appreciate you. Let me go in the chat room and see what everybody had to say about that little. Government is evil. DC Maverick, I believe you, but I think it's bad government is evil. Bad government is evil, because not all governments are evil, but bad government is, that's for sure. 1 USD gives you 10,000 points, not 10,000 Pulse. Ooh, is that what was in the Pulse chain thing that I missed? Let's see. RG3, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's our little troll. It wasn't a bottle, by the way, dumbass. I'll take RG's TA. I'm his tech guy. Yeah. Let's see. T-Bird. Hey, thanks, man. Love you too, bro. Things start slowly. IBM CEO in 1953 expected 5 orders of the first fully electronic computer. They only put on the market. They sold 18. Who needs cars? We have horses, right? Just hodl. They'll see. UFO 42. You are absolutely 100% correctamundo. Just like the garbage that is Bitcoin today. Again, remember, I give Bitcoin its props. It was the number one. Thank you, Bitcoin. Keep going up, Bitcoin. Yes, be a store of value, whatever. But that is Bitcoin. People didn't think that it was worth a damn, and now look at it, right? Let's see. Jimmy Song's off-chain with Jimmy Song is live at the same time. Discourse Syndicate. Jimmy Song has 28.5K subscribers, only 2 watching. RG3 has 29.5K subscriber, 2,905K subscriber, 158, much better percentage. You know what? You're absolutely correct. And I attribute that to the Hex community. We have done real well of soundboarding from within our community. So guys, now you can help us with this. So we're spending money and we're hiring professionals to help us be a better group of streamers, to help us be a better network, to help us bring better content to the Hex community and to the world. And we're going to learn how to funnel out, how to get outside of our group, because our group is solid, man. You guys are solid. Look at the numbers you guys just gave us. So 158 people watching, 2.9K subs. This guy's got 28K subs and only 2 people watching. I mean, that proves it right there, what you guys do within the community. So thank you very much for being diligent and being part of the stream and learning from us. And hopefully we are teaching you things and you guys are getting the word out too. You're learning how to be disseminators of information, because this isn't just to teach you guys how to operate within the system, but it's also so that you guys can go out and teach and feel confident. I want everybody to feel confident out there with Hex, because you know, when there was doubt, even within myself and like Hexo, believe me, guys, there was a time, you know, we had our own doubts too. We talked about it in private, you know, hey, bro, man, do you think this is what that? And, you know, come on, man. The OA was a question for all of us too. You know, man, what that? The OA, and you know, we're all crypto fucking PTSD motherfuckers from 2016, 17, 18 dip, all that shit. We were, you know, we saw the scams coming, so we had our doubts too, but it didn't. And we were diligent. We kept going. We kept watching what was happening. We started to uncover and discover what Richard was really doing here. We listened to the things he said. We watched how it all reacted. We had our smartest people looking into the chain and watching what was going on, watching who was trading, watching the wallets that were moving large size crypto, watching how many people were staking. We were watching all that stuff and we were talking about it here and educating everybody. And here's what I know. Here's what I know. I will never have to go back and erase any of my streams. Richard has made it Hex that way. Everything that we said If we were wrong, we changed our opinions and we said, hey, we were wrong. And this is what really is happening here. But everything that we have done, everyone that we've brought into Hex, everyone that we've showed how to operate the contract has benefited and not been hurt. And I don't know if there's a lot of crypto projects out there that can do that or say that. There's not a lot of streamers out there that haven't wrecked people or had to delete their streams and shit. You know, I know a lot of them that I used to follow that their streams aren't up anymore. Some of them don't even stream crypto anymore. They're so freaked out about what happened. So the magic of Hex is that we don't have to do that. So the people that you're talking to out there can feel safe because it's an immutable contract, guys. It's immutable. It's going to see, this is what I don't understand, why people don't understand. Look, for a year and a half, it's been doing exactly what it says it was going to do. That means that it's got a track record. And I'll bet you in a year and a half from now, once it's at its 3-year point, it's going to have continued doing what it's doing. There is no, it's infallible. It's been put together right, and it's stood the test of time, and it stands behind us like a rock. And we can stand on it and go out and take it to the world now with confidence, Now, Pulse Chain's a whole nother thing. Pulse Chain has yet to prove itself. It's not here yet. There are all kinds of things that can happen, that can change, that can, move and shake. So, am I involved in Pulse Chain? Yes. Do I have confidence in it? Yes. We're going to have it. The jury is going to be out on it, but I'm willing to take that risk, and I'm willing to take a certain amount of my Hex gain risks to invest in Pulse. And again, it is, it's in, I've made a calculated, measurable risk with my Hex gains. I'm not going to allow myself to not retire. But the amount that I'm going to put into Hex has been calculated. So calculate whatever it is that you're going to risk. So let's see. Hex Mac. At the end of the day, I got to put this up. At the end of the day, it all comes down to love. Hex Mac, man, I miss you, bro. I keep telling you that I miss you. Why don't you come back on the show? When it comes, I know what kind of guy Hex Mac is, and just from all of his time that he spent with us on the stream, and I just wish he would have been in Vegas, because I know what Hex Mac is. Hex Mac is one of those guys that he's just going to give you the best hug you've ever had in your life. He's just going to be there to high five you, and man, everything's good, man. He's just one of those guys. Kind of like Kareem. Kareem was like that. Like I said, guys, Kareem is maybe not what you think he is on stream. That man right there. That's a lover man right there. So anyway, let's see. See Richard's tweet. Yeah, I did. Let's see. At UFO 42. Oh, remember, we'll be joining IBM system, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Where am I at now? I'm missing some stuff. This sounds like too many PLS, considering the amounts of money people said they would sack in the survey. That sounds like too many PLS, considering amounts of money they said they would sack in the survey. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. Tiger says anarchy originally was without a leader. More etymology inspired by whales only. Yeah, that's what anarchy originally meant, and then it turned into chaotic anarchy. Anarchy kind of turned into a chaotic word versus what it really means. And like you said, it does mean without a leader. And I don't know how well that system works. Maybe because we've never tried. Who knows? But then you'd have to be your own leader, right? And then that makes everybody a leader. I don't know how that works. But anyway, it hasn't been tried. I don't know if it's possible, because you're always going to have alphas out there. Always the alphas are going to try and take over. And there's always going to be the betas that are going to follow. That's just the way it is. Like, human beings are just built that way, man. So even if you did break everything up, then you're going to have everything start coming back together. It's how human beings react. So trying to make the best of what human nature is probably the best, the best path forward is my guess. Let's see. ISO Serene said, at crab steak, I asked him specifically, there was a word, can, will, thinking variables change from the beginning. Yeah. Hexmac, You're goddamn right, Captain. I'll be on the next FN Hangout, brother. You better be. I'm gonna hold you to that one. So some of these guys are having, I don't know what that conversation about. I missed something. So Hex 19, RG3, thanks for hiring professionals to take DS to the next level. Yeah, thanks for getting your ass off of there and bringing in professionals. Many of us want to support you and all streamers with our Hex profits. Well, you're not supporting me. You're supporting the Discourse Syndicate Network, which is the whole community. And we're going to make a lot of valuable products for the Hex community here at Discourse Syndicate Network. So we're in the planning phases of the Hex convention. That is actually in progress. Had meetings today, had meetings on Saturday. We have a whole team. We have about 5 more team members joining on next Saturday for our meeting. So the Hex convention, you guys are going to fucking love it. It's going to be out of this world, dynamite, freaking. It's going to be bad to the bone, guys. We are not going to, and we're going to come to you guys too and ask for input. So please, if you guys have any input, for what you guys want to see or have at the Hex convention, please drop it on us. Let us know at Discourse Syndicate Network what you guys are wanting to see or have, or any ideas you have. We're down for them, man. And we want to make a group consensus of how things go. It's not going to be just RG3, picking everything and making everything happen, or it's going to be, what do you guys have for us? What do you guys want? What's going to make your boat float? And we'll try and do all that. So yes. So, and if you want to donate to the cause, the super chats are always appreciated, but you guys can get a hold of KNTX. And you can get a hold of him in his Telegram at, let's see, let me drop his handle here so that everybody has it. He's the real KNTX. Let's see, let me throw that. I'm going to throw this in the chat. So if those of you, and the other thing is, I want to thank all of you who are donating to the cause. So some of you have already reached out to us to coffee, to KNTX, and have sent in very generous donations. And we appreciate that. So you're helping out. This week, we've hired some professionals to already get things started. So yeah, man, you guys are coming through, man, really coming through. And again, it's all going there. So yeah, so get a hold of KNTX if you're looking to become a regular like donor or whatever, or just a one time. He's taking collections from people, and we appreciate it. So let's see. There was specific statement included in the update that reads as follows: the PLS supply increases with the amount sacrificed. The pulse supply increases. So what that tells me is that there is a set amount of pulse per dollar, and as people add dollar in, the PLS is going to go up. So that's what that tells me. Am I wrong, or am I stupid? But I think that's what that means. If we don't have enough sacrifice to equal 10,000x ETH supply, we will be getting upscale bonus multipliers to reach the target. Ooh, I doubt that though. I think that shit's going to go like hotcakes, man. There literally are people out there that I know that are putting lots into Pulse. There is a lot of people coming in from outside of the Hex community, from outside of Hex, that are getting into Pulse. So T-share price 18,226.40. Holy freaking smokes, man. Holy smokes. That is insane. Insane. So if you're new, if you're sitting on the stream for the first time and you don't understand all the things that we're talking about, Hex. I want to tell you guys about Hex real quick. I know that's all of our OGs in here going, oh, here we go. We're going to hear about Hex. We all know about Hex. Well, Hex is a crypto just like Bitcoin, but better than Bitcoin. And why can I say that? Because it's more secure. It's faster. It's built modularly. It's not built on spaghetti code like Bitcoin is. It is actually built on with Solidity. That is a very, very solid technology, and it's very hard to put together. And it was audited 2 times and then audited a 3rd time with a financial audit. So they called it a scam. It didn't scam. It worked just as well as Bitcoin. Now, the magic of Hex is its stakeability contract. So it can stake, meaning you can actually operate a contract on your own. You operate the contract with no middleman. No middleman. This is true DeFi. You work the contract. You make the terms. You make the terms. And you can break the terms. There's nobody holding you to any terms or making you make terms. You make the terms and you break the terms. That's how the Hex contract works. That's true DeFi. Do you all understand that out there? The other shit that you're getting into that is wrecking you guys, that you've given middlemen your private keys and access to your coins, you're screwing up. That's not DeFi. DeFi is truly you and the contract. No other human being is involved. Okay. So with that said, you operate the contract and you stake for 1 day all the way up to 5,555 days, which is 15.1 or 2 years. The longest you can stake. As you do that, you get what's called T-shares. Right now they're called T-shares, trillion shares. As they dwindle down because they are getting scarcer and scarcer. They burn. Oh gosh, please, I got to turn off the alerts for this. Dude, you're killing me. You guys in there, DS, hold on. So as you turn in your Hex to stake, you are burning your tokens. First of all, you burn your Hex, and then you're given T shares. Those are going to go to M shares, B shares, M shares, and then probably T shares again when they're 1,000 shares. As the supply goes down, put that in perspective. T shares at one point when we first started were 60 cents. Now they're like over $1,500 per T-share. The T-share rate is the key to Hex. Let me say it again. The T-share, the rate, the cost of T-shares, the T-share in and of itself is the most important part of Hex, and you need to understand those. So here's what I'm going to explain to you. When you stake, you've basically created a contract with yourself to put those Hex in for a certain, you're going to time lock them. When they're time locked, they're burnt, and you're given those T-shares. Those T-shares, think of them like a miner. Hex increases at 3.69% because of the contract. Because of that 3.69% increase, the stakers are who are paid the inflation, just like on Bitcoin. So here's one of the myths that needs to be dissolved. And if you have this problem with people going, how can they just create money out of thin air? You can't just create money out of thin air. You can't just do it. Bitcoin does it. Bitcoin does the same thing. All it does is pays the miners to operate a contract. Hex requires you to get paid the inflation by operating a contract. It's the same thing. The only difference is that there's this fake value add that if you buy some expensive mining hardware, use a bunch of expensive energy to do a useless function, which is creating this algorithmic mathematical problem that needs to be solved by this thing. Basically, it has to burn its ass off in order to create itself as a validation when that's unnecessary. The Bitcoin model is unnecessary and wasteful and ridiculous to even be using or talking about anymore. It's worthless. It really is. There is zero value in that miner doing what it does when a node that's staked can do the same thing. So if you can take a node and make consensus and put coins on it, and the more coins that are on there and staked on there create, a validator which can validate transactions, you don't need all that mining software. You can run it off of 110 freaking plugged in blade server or whatever it is that runs the validation software. And you put a bunch of them out there strategically placed, and they do the same thing that all the damn Bitcoin miners, the wasteful Bitcoin miners, do. Unnecessary. Staking, proof of stake, which is what Hex is, works way better than what Bitcoin mining does. And on top of that, there's a whole fucking mafia bullshit behind it. And why do I know that? Because I've fucking met those guys. I got friends that do it. I've been to Thailand. I've seen those fucking places. You guys don't even know. You don't even know what's behind that bullshit. There's some shit behind that mining, and it's bullshit, and they don't want you to know about it. If you really knew what was going into mining, it would turn all your fucking stomachs. It's bullshit. Mining is bullshit, and it's going away. It will go away. Proof of stake will be crypto. Period. End of story. Just like Wales would say, period. Period. It's going away. It won't be necessary. Why waste all that energy when you could do it when it's proven that proof of stake works? So anyway, so proof of stake, that's how you get your inflation. So think of yourself as a Bitcoin miner with your stake, but without having to pay for equipment, electricity, be part of a fucking mafia and all that other bullshit, right? So better way of doing it. So you put your stake out and you're getting inflation, 3.69 based on how many people are staked. Now, because there's only 10% staked right now, we're getting like fucking 40% APY. Now that'll change. More people will get staked, but it hasn't yet. Year and a half, we've been collecting that kind of interest. So until people get their heads out of their ass and figure out what it is and start staking the shit out of this stuff, we're going to be reaping the gains, all of us new folks. So getting in now and getting as much share as you can now, very, very important. Very, 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 very lucrative right now. I'm not going to say it's always going to be this lucrative. There is going to be a certain amount of lucrativeness that it's going to have because of the evil thing called the OA. And I'll talk about that in a second. But so you're making the inflation off of your little stake. But now here's what happens, and here's what the realization is come down the road. And I'd like you to think about this. If you're getting ready to stake and you're thinking about staking, I want you to think of this before you stake. Very, very, very important for you to think about this before you stake, because you will think about it after you stake. And I'm going to tell you something that every single hexagon in this chat room, everybody watching the stream who knows T-shares, who knows Hex, is thinking right now. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to think of it before you stake. Okay, now here's the little magic. People have staked for 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years and have stakes all the way out there, done all that stuff. Now, based on their time horizons and the times they want this money and all those kinds of things, everybody's made decisions of how they make their stakes. But this is especially important for young people and people who are looking for long-term gains. If you're looking for short-term gains, Hex is going to work, but it might not. It's not going to work as well for you as it is for the long-term stakers, for the people who think long-term, who are trying to make wealth in the future, because this will generate wealth, not just some money or rich, but wealth. Because if you utilize it properly and you do the right things, then you can build a very nice nest egg of Hex for the future. So here's what I'm going to tell you that you need to be thinking about. Now, remember I told you that little miner, you're going to put it out there and it's going to start making that interest. Well, you're going to see daily payouts in Hex because of the percentage that T-share makes per day. And you're going to see that every day, whether it's 1 Hex, 10 Hex, 50 Hex, 100 Hex, 1,000 Hex, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 Hex a day. And then you're going to see that rolling into your stake interest column every single day. And as time gets closer, like say you put it out there for 2 years, as time gets closer to that 2 years. Now imagine what just happened. I just told you that T-shares a year and a half ago were 60 cents and today they're $1,500. So those little T-shares that I put out into a stake that may be 2 or 3 years old right now are getting ready to come out. Those little 60-cent T-shares that I paid for are going to go away. They're going to disappear. They're not going to be mine anymore. And that breaks my fucking heart. That kills me that I'm going to lose those T-shares. And there ain't nothing you could do about it because you made the contract. You said you were going to put it out there for just 2 years. You paid 60 cents for those things. But RG, now when you go to get back in those T-shares that you got, you're going to have to pay $1,500 a piece for those. Sorry, that's just the way it is, because t-shirt price is always going up. So guess what's going to happen 3 years from now, where those t-shirt prices are going to be. And we know this. This isn't like an if it can or it will, maybe. No, this is math. This is the contract. This is what's happening. Your T-shares are going to go up exponentially in cost. So the money you spend on T-shares today, get the best value you can for them. Because if you want that miner to keep working for you for a while and get a bargain on it, instead of, well, I'm going to just put it out for a year or 2 years. And then when you get those out and that $1,500 T-share you bought is now $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, 3, 5, 10 years from now, you're going to go, man, I should have put that shit out there a little longer. 10, 15 years, I should have put some out there. So I'm telling you right now, before you start putting stakes in and looking at them and looking at them come to end, make sure that you've staked the proper amount of time. Make sure that you see the value in those T-shares. Never forget what just happened over the last year and a half, because it's only going to get worse. This is the beginning of the bonding curve, guys. And for those of you who listen to the show regularly, you don't hear me talking about things like this because I'm not the experts. But you go watch Jenkins' show. You go watch Whale's show. Whale is really the one who shows people what the bonding curves on the freaking T-shares are all about. And that is the most important charts you should be looking at, is that fucking bonding curve on those T-shares. Why? Because right now we're in a slow, gradual rise in the price of these T-shares. But guess what? The math and the contract shows it going up exponentially after year 5, 7, 10. That's when the shit goes crazy and starts costing a lot of money. So if you're getting out in 3, 5 years from now, 10, 7 years from now, guess how much it's going to cost you for those T-shares to get back in and get your little miner going again? Exponentially more. Exponentially more. So just wanted to let everybody know, before you go out there and stake, make damn sure you're staked for the amount of time that you want to be staked. Because once you've done that, you can't unstake them until they're ready to come out. And when they come out, they're gone forever. They're gone forever. Let's see. Let me see at UFO 42. Out of thin air. If air was thin, we wouldn't even be here. Thin air, horrible metaphor, by the way. We are living organisms and find consensus in Woods Valley. Okay, freaking air Nazi. All right. UFO. At least we flip Binance coin again on Nomics. Okay, let's take a quick look at what we've got here. I love looking at that. Oh, Richard just posted something too. Oh, we're back up again. Let's see. Oh yeah. And oh, okay, yes, we are pumping a little bit here. The DS pump. I always like to say that one. It's coming in. Markable hates it because I turn the 15-minute chart on so that I can get excited about green candles, because I mean, come on, you can't put the 1 hour, 4 hour candle on and see a big green candle on a 4 hour on a stream, right? You don't have much time. So anyway, but I put on the 15-minute log chart for those of you chart geeks out there. Don't make sure you turn on the log chart. I get shit for that all the time. Every once in a while, I'll flip it off. Let's see. So right on. Let's look at Nomics, and yeah, guys, be out there talking about Nomics to people. When people are like, "Where's that crypto at you're talking about?" Put freaking Nomics on their phone so that they can actually have good algorithms. Yes, sir. There we are. We have flipped freaking Binance once again. 49.62 billion there, 48.97 billion. Really close, but that's a flip. That is a flip. Man, I love being number 4. Can't wait till we're number 1. Inevitable. So one of those things that I was talking to you guys earlier about when I was getting into it was the OA. I said the OA. And if you're new and you're doing research, you will see. Hold on one second. Let me finish up the chat room real quick. Let's see. We will be talking about B shares before the year is out. Maybe. I like your thoughts. We'll see. If I restore my MetaMask using the seed phrase, will the new restored account work with hex staking I made using the old MetaMask account? If I restore my MetaMask using the seed phrase, will the new restored account work with hex staking I made using the old MetaMask account? Yes, it's not an old MetaMask account. It's just an instance. Once you've, so you can put your seed phrase into metamask.io. Make sure you are going to metamask.io and don't Google search MetaMask and just pop it up. Go to metamask.io. Make sure you're on the right site, and then restore your wallet from your seed phrase. Very dangerous thing to do. Make sure you are on the right MetaMask. Do not get fished. Most crypto ERC20 tokens are stolen from you from phishing attacks. People putting out fake websites on Google or whatever that can, make you put your seed phrases in, thinking that you are in MetaMask restoring a wallet, and that's what they do. That's how these bastards fucking steal from people. So mostly that's how. Well, most of the time people lose their seed phrases. The second thing is this phishing attack. So be very, very careful. But once you put that seed phrase in there, you can literally erase that wallet. Like, this is one of the techniques that I used until now. And I'm going to talk about this real quick too, before I get back into the OA, is once you've restored that wallet, you can do that over and over again. It's the same wallet. All of your stakes are still there. You haven't changed anything. You've just taken the instance off of your computer. As long as you have that seed phrase, it's going in. But here's a better way to do that. And I have not been a proponent of this, only because I didn't know and I was uneducated. See, I always thought that a Trezor or a ledger worked just like a damn, just a freaking memory stick, like it was just a thumb drive. It wasn't anything special. But what I realized is that you enter your seed phrase into that cold storage wallet, and that seed phrase goes in and operates a function of MetaMask. So you open up a MetaMask, you create a new one, and then it gives you an option to start it with a ledger or a Trezor or a cold storage wallet. It says start up with wallet. And when you plug your wallet into there, your seed phrases never leave that device. Your seed phrases stay in that device, and they operate the instance. So you can go see your stakes, your wallet operates, you can trade, you can go on a DEX, do all those things, but your seed phrase never touches the computer. I love that. I like that. I'm going to operate like that from now on. Papa B taught me that. He's taught me a lot about security. And he is correct in all those things. I'm still got my stuff on stainless steel, not titanium like he wants to, but I just think that's a little overkill. And if I get wrecked because of that, then he gets to laugh at me. But anyway, and what I meant by that is take care of your seed phrases, guys. I can't tell you how important that is. You put them down on a piece of paper, and you have that attack vector there, that paper getting worn out, the ink running off. I'm talking about 15-year stakes, guys. Who knows what happens to those seed phrases? You don't want them sitting in a drawer somewhere. You want them put away, secured in a safe, in a fire safe. I've got mine on stainless steel plates that, I'm a rigger by trade. So I've got stainless steel and all kinds of shit and engravers and stuff in my garage and welders and whatnot. So I took stainless steel plates, copied my seed words on them, and those sit in a fire safe. And then I have other copies elsewhere off site. So I have, my redundant storage and all that. But now, from now on, I'm going to put everything on my Trezor and my ledgers and put those away in safes. So anyway, that's secure your seed words that way. So I hope that answered your question, my friend. People will be thrilled to get a few hundred shares. Yes, they are. One of these days, it's going to be a few hundred shares. It's going to be a big deal. And you guys with these Genesis shares, and I coined a phrase a long time ago, Genesis shares are those shares that we got before big payday, because that was the biggest bounty of T-shares that you can get was before big payday, and those big payday stakes that got that big payday bonus. Freaking awesome. This is my homemade kombucha. I love this stuff. Love this stuff. I just splashed my glasses. Yeah, those shares, man, I really did do a number on my glasses. What am I saying? Anybody drink kombucha? Yeah, the old captain doesn't get to hit the rum anymore, so my kombucha is my drink of choice. So anyway, let's see. People we throw get a few hundred. It's gonna take legacy money to get 15K USD T-shares. Yes, it is. It's gonna take big money. He said air Nazis. Yeah, we're crushing every other coin right now. Yes, we are. Let's see. They're telling him yes, it will work. We are down a fraction of 1%. Everyone else is sucking ass. Yes, they are, and that's why they're turning to us. I think that. No guest tonight, Liberty. Sorry, bud. It's just me, man. You can turn it off now if you want. Hey, we got to go. I was talking earlier. We got to go. We want to go have lunch. Me and Briss and come down and have lunch. So anyway, what else we got? 12% from all-time high. Hex is a beast. Yes, in a downturn, guys. In a downturn, in the beginning of a bear market. Uncle, my wire went through already. Hey, good job on your wire, man. I told you, you're all good, man. You're all good. Now, buy a dip or something, or get in now. I don't know. I think don't wait. I've got friends that wired themselves money, and they said, "Should I wait? Just get it now. I don't care, because I don't ever know when it's going to go up." So let's see. KNTX, call me a butthurt that I didn't mention him on stream recently. So KNTX, you're my boy, Blue. KNTX is always getting, he needs lots of attention, guys. So when you get a chance, like tomorrow morning on his show, give him lots and lots of attention. Go in there and tell him how awesome he is and how cute he looks and all that good stuff. And just don't make him show his nipples anymore. We're going to get kicked off of platforms for that bullshit. Let's see. Get a Trezor and not a Ledger. Yes, my opinion too. I talked to Papa B about this. Ledger has some type of proprietary certified chip. However, there's some attack vectors, and Trezor has some other things that makes it better. Papa B is going to actually put together a real comprehensive video, and we're going to pin it up to DS Network so that everybody has it. Papa B is much more than just a perv. Yeah, kind of, but mostly perv. Yeah. Let's see. Same thing with private keys for that matter. Yes, private keys. I always keep my private keys with my stuff. So yes. So you chose a 24 praise with a Trezor. Yes, I believe that's how they do it. You get to choose a 12 or 24, and then it creates a wallet for you. But don't quote me on that because I'm waiting for mine to come in right now. RG3, yes, this is the right way for your seed phrase. Yes. Tornado fires, flood, electric fires, trees fall on houses, sinkholes, buildings fall down, etc., etc. Yes, I believe that too. And that's why I have, and people freaking give me shit. It's like, no matter what you do, somebody's going to give you shit for something. No matter what you do, you smash 100 rods and you think you're cool around it, somebody's going to have something to say about that. I mean, you name it, everyone's got something to say about it. But you're right, Far Out Aliens. Bad stuff happens. Heat can burn even your fire safes to where the stuff inside melts or burns. Very, very hard to melt stainless steel. Extremely hard to destroy titanium. So if you have them on those, yes. My redundancy is a copy in a safe deposit box at a bank. And I know that freaks everybody out, but I think banks are still going to be around, even though we might take a bunch of the market share from them. I still think they're going to be around. In fact, the one that I bank at has been there since I was before I was born. I bank at the bank that was on the corner from down the street from my house for years and years and years. Let's see. So secure your sheet. A few hundred is huge to new guys right now. Yes, a few hundred T-shares is a big freaking deal, man. It's not easy to get a hold of a few hundred T-shares. That's a lot of freaking T-shares. That's a lot. Let's see. Consider yourself accidental demise for your family and find your seed words. Consider your accidental demise for your family to find your seed words. Oh, yeah. Airbnb, happy to help out. Same here. I'm all about kombucha, right? Right, Hex Monkey? Hey, Hex Monkey, what's up, dude? the man who saved Gary Funding Jim, Hex Monkey, everybody. Yeah, man, this is my homemade homebrew kombucha. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Let's see. I'm secure. I secure me safe with guns. I do too. And lots of them, and real good ones with kids who know how to shoot and a Marine. Let's see. Electronically simulated. You live. Okay. Unless you live in electronically simulated. Stupid. Don't ever electronically record your seed phrase unless you live in electronically simulated universe. I don't know if you're talking about treasures or ledgers, but you still can operate from your written down seed phrases, even if something happens to those devices. Those devices, of course, have to be secured. Yeah, you still have your seed phrases. I just like the fact that you can use it and your seed phrases never have to enter the PC. So you can't that's not an attack vector anymore. Just another level of security. And there's even more too, but once you start adding too many levels of security, you start adding failure vectors where you can lose things, or you just start adding more shrapnel to the grenade. There's a certain amount of security you need to take, but and at the type of dollars that some hexagons are going to have, they need to take care of their stuff. That's for sure, because it's turned into significant amounts of money. It isn't new money. It isn't new money day at the club tomorrow. I can't tomorrow, bro. I can't. Let's see. Why did KNTX drop the Corsair? I don't know. Definitely Trezor, not Ledger, or get a less Ledger. Let's see. I just have fun. Give you shit, RG. Yeah, you guys always giving me shit. RGT, thanks for the work. Seeing you in Vegas. Looking forward to the next meetup. I'm out for the night. Thanks, bro. Thanks for being here with us. Is 100 T-shares the new 1,000 T-shares? I would imagine so. Well, I mean, look, 100 T-shares back when they were 60 cents a piece. Think about it. That's nothing. That means absolutely nothing. You buy 100 T-shares now at $1,500. That's a significant amount of money. That's a lot more money than OGs were putting in the beginning. So yes, 100 T-shares is the new 1,000 T-shares, but even better. If you can get 100 T-shares, you've done even better than the people that bought those 1,000 T-shares. Only 50 pulse lamps available. Check them out. Oh, Crypto King got the hex or pulse lamps out there. One of our hexagons is making those lamps. So you got a few hundred T-shares. A few hundred T-shares is definitely a lot. Get as many as you can. That's right, man. Get as many as you can and stake them bitches. Longer you stake, the better. I got a huge mother for anyone needs. Oh, you got a huge mother for anyone needs scobies. So my kid, so I got a 5-year-old, and I've got him scared of the SCOBY because my SCOBY is fucking. I got a tank that I do my bucha in. So I do like 4 gallons at a time. Literally, I make 4 gallons of tea at a time and pour it in this, and I just keep mine running all the time. So I just pour it in, and then I got the bottles. I just after a few days, it takes usually about 2 weeks for mine, but boom, bottle up the booch, put it in the do the recarbonation, put them in the fridge a day or two later. Right now, I just did a batch last night, so they go in the refrigerator tomorrow. But I've got a SCOBY that my kid calls the SCOBY monster, and he'll come in the room and like punch at the tank because he's scared of it. He's scared of the SCOBY because it's so big. So yeah, I've got to like shorten mine up a little bit, but it's starting to make the bucha too fast, and it's going to start fermenting it pretty soon. We don't need that. That's for sure. Let's see. I use billfold plates. Can't remember if it's steel or titanium or what, but they are cool. They're probably stainless steel. If you get titanium, you got titanium. Yeah, billfold is good. Yep. Oh, hey, Brienne, what's going on? When pulse? Fuck, man, we're waiting. We're waiting. We just Richard said on Sunday, and I think he was fucking with us. He said, I think it's going to be here next week. this next week. So not this week, but he said this next week, and he said it on a Sunday. So that can mean next all the way out into not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So, hodler.swiss. I don't know what that is. What is it, Bree? Let me know what that is. All right, guys. Well, chatting with the captain for an hour. I may be all out of juice, but I know what I wanted to talk about. One last thing. I wanted to get into the OA for the new folks. So if you stuck around and listened to all the bullshit and you heard me talk about hacks, you heard me talk about T-shares, the importance of T-shares, giving you that tip to really think about your T-shares before you stake, because once you stake, they're stuck there. You've made a contract with yourself to honor that. And if you don't at least honor 50% of that stake, then you are going to lose not only your principal, but some of your principal, maybe even most of your complete stake. Very, very careful with the emergency end stake function. If you're new and you don't understand it at all, don't use it. If you've been in a while and you know how to use it, it's there as a tool. For instance, if somebody has a stake right now that's coming out next month, and you want to use that stake to participate in the Pulse chain launch, I don't see any problem with somebody using that emergency end stake button to be able to participate in the Pulse launch if they believe that the Pulse is going to do what everybody believes the Pulse is going to do. So it's there as a tool. It's not there to just wreck people. It's there as a tool. We used it before the big payday, a lot of us. I've always been a proponent of using the emergency end stake function as a tool, but very, very, very limited tool. It's only in extreme circumstances and to be used by people who understand it. And if you do think you got to get your money out for some emergency reason, make sure you understand what you're doing. One of the best ways to see what your stake is going to look like if you emergency end stake it is to get Staker app and keep your stakes monitored that way. You get go to Staker app, and you can just look it up on your Android or your iOS device. Load that in. You can put your wallet in there, monitor your stakes, and if you do have to EES, you can look at it and it tells you in green how much you have coming to you versus how much you're going to wreck. It's still going to hurt, but if you need to, if it's an emergency situation, then you can use that emergency end stake function as a tool. It's a tool, but it's to be used with responsibility. So many people get bit on that one. We watch so many people get bit. Let's see. I am very fucked up, but happy, y'all. Hey, Casper, nice. Glad to have you. We get a lot of fucked up in here, that's for sure. Let's see. I believe it. I'll believe it when I'm clicking button all in, right, Bree? Right? That's how I feel. It's like when I get to finally hit that button and sacrifice that shit, man, that's when it's going to be real for me. And then let me prepare everybody for something. And this is just a thought that I'm having, and I don't want this to be FUD or people to think about this as what's going to happen, because it hasn't been said that it's going to happen. But it could take a while for Pulse Chain to launch. We're not for sure when Pulse Chain is going to launch. So you might be sitting on some sacrifice coins. So everybody right now, 160 people that are in here right now, chill. Wait until Pulse comes out. Don't worry about your sacrifice is your sacrifice. You expecting nothing for that. So don't expect anything. Don't even expect Pulse to come out, to be honest, because that's what you just did. That's what you really did. So think about that. And when it comes to time for the waiting period to happen, don't bitch. Don't bitch and don't moan, because you don't know when it's coming out. We cannot see Pulse till next year. I doubt it, but maybe December, January, who knows? So don't start crying to all of us when Pulse hasn't come out yet. We're still going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We're not picking up stakes and going, we're done. It's over, man. It's over. None of that shit. We're going to be here, but we need you to just chill, and it'll happen. So let's see. We're in the blue ball stage as far as Pulse goes. Yes, we are. Hex 19 says, if Genesis shares and EEX, you lose your big payday. Yeah, don't forget about that. You're going to lose. No. You're going to have, you start to gain big payday bonus. You do. And I could be incorrect, but from my talks with Kyle, Dev Kyle, he told me that you are accruing not only your interest and your big payday, but your big payday bonus also is after the 50% point. You're accruing that also, so you aren't losing all of it. If you do the math on a stake now, like if you just have a stake that's coming out that's been in there for a couple of years or a year, and it's coming out in December, October, something, you can probably do the math and see that you are getting some of your big payday bonus. I think that is the truth. Don't quote me, but I think so. Let's see. Thought RG3 thoughts much appreciated. Thank you. I try. Less than 180 days stakes can affect principal, even if you do over half. Less than 180 day stakes. Yeah. So in order to, if your stakes aren't 180 days, then you don't have the same option of getting your principal back. They have to be over 180 days in order to get that 50% time frame done, so that you can get all your principal back. So yes, if they're under 180 days, it's a different parameter than after 180 days. If you have a stake that's out there under 180 days and you do half the time, you are not going to get your principal back. So let's see. Something can come up and delays pulse. It's definitely a possibility. Yes, I want everybody to realize that. I'm sure there will be no crybabies. Yeah, right. You know that's wrong. Hex Technical's looking so good right now. Oh man, if ever there was a macroeconomic chart to look at that's only a year and a half long, Hex is the chart. I mean, holy shit, man! I've never seen anything like it. Anything, and all of the experts are saying exactly the same. Never seen anything like it. But then, so I look at it myself and go, wow, that is a beautiful chart. And then I see all of the influencers out there going, wow, this is a beautiful chart. But then sit down and watch what Whale says. He looks at that chart and he goes, guys, from here to here, let's do it like this. From here to here is all about math. It's math, guys. That's what it is. This contract, this crypto was built and is doing what it was built to do. So it's just proving itself is all. It's just proofing itself. So Hex chart is the proof of the contract's functionality, of the bonding curves, of price only going up. See, people, I love it when the maxis or the people that are trying to debate Richard say, how can the price only go up? Because it built it that way. Because that's what programmable money can do if you do it right. People forget that this is contracted. It's made to do so. And how can you expect to get 10,000? How can you promise anything? Blah, 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 blah. See, all the other stuff was speculation and bullshit and promises. Hex is immutable contract in math. And Whale shows people that with the charts. So if you haven't watched Whale's streams, watch his streams. He's going to come on this Friday on DS Network, and he is going to stream and show you guys that fucking share chart, because that is the key to Hex. And the fact that the chart does what the contract was made for it to do just shows you the inevitability of where it's going. That's why we can stand in front of Hex and go, I got the power of the contract behind me, and I'm not going to wreck people. Because I know. Now, the value of Hex is always the variable. Now, at some point, cryptos go down, have corrections. But if you take Bitcoin's chart and you do a macroeconomic look at Bitcoin, yes, it's had 80, 90% drops over and over and over again, almost on schedule. But its chart is up and to the right. Period. just like the S&P 500. It's had big crashes, big dips, big dumps, ups and downs, but the chart is still up and to the right. That's the nature of things. Things that have longevity, things that stick around, things that have possibility of people wanting to adopt them, they go up and to the right. Coca-Cola, up and to the right. All of these things, Berkshire Hathaway, up and to the right. Why? Because they've invested in all the right things. It's math. It was just, Warren Buffett wasn't no super fucking genius. It was just math. He said, I put the math to it. I put the math to the market. It's only inevitable that it's going to go from down here to up here eventually. All you got to do is be patient and get the right things. Hey, everybody's so impatient, in and out and in and out. I got to trade. I got to get this one. I got to get that one. Oh, this one's going to pump. Is that one going to pump? Oh, let me look at this chart. Look at this chart. Look at these algorithms. Look at this fucking Fibonacci. Look at this bullshit. Fuck that crap, man. It's not too hard to take a step back, take a look at the macroeconomic charts and see what's going to work. In crypto, Hex is going to work because it was built that way. And when people come at Richard sideways or us sideways, you guys don't get crypto. That goes for people just like Eric Wall. Smart dude, but can't see the forest through the trees. It is programmed to do so, Eric. I don't care how smart you are, how much more you know about programming and all that bullshit than me. You're not smarter than I am because you didn't get into Hex first and say the things that I'm saying about it. You called it a scam. You called it the most ridiculous thing, the stupidest thing you've ever seen. You were wrong. You were wrong, smart guy. Now look at what we've done here. We've brought true DeFi to people. And I did it because I know that the math was working, because all the smart guys that you overlooked were looking at it going, holy shit, man, it was built to do this. It was built to do this. Look. And all of our smart guys uncovered it and said, hey, everybody, look, this fucking thing works, man. And you wait till you see what it's going to do. And we did it. We did it. I said, are you guys right? Show me. Right here. RG, look, man. Backstage, in a lot of different private conversations I had with all these people, they were showing me, look, man, contracts, this is the only thing it can do. It can only go up, man. It's only going to go up. It's going to go up to the right. And because it goes up and to the right, it's probably going to get more valuable. So not only can you make more Hex, not only can you grow the share price automatically, the T-share price automatically, but the price, because of that, the price action is probably going to continue to go up. And guess what? It has. We went from bear to bull to bear, and Hex hasn't changed its pace. Not one bit. Not one bit. Smart people would see that. They go, oh shit, this is something different. Versus all this other bullshit that they're cracking off at. Like, oh, it's the most manipulated market I've ever seen. Yeah, 52 billion dollars in market cap is all manipulated by one man, right? You freaking idiots. You idiots. You cannot see the forest through the trees. Hex has changed things. Richard finally did it right. Nobody else did. Nobody had the balls to do it right. There was probably smart guys out there that knew all this shit, but they had marketers and scam artists and guys wanting to make money running the show, so they didn't get to implement the things that they wanted to implement. They had mining organizations that wouldn't allow them to do things. Manipulation. Richard wasn't manipulated by anybody. He didn't have to be. He had already made his money. He wanted to make a better crypto. And that's what he did. And it's programmed. It's easy. It's easy to do. In this space, for smart guys that understand this stuff, it was easy for them to do. If I can program, if I knew it, I would have done this shit. Like, you guys are fucking stupid. Why would we not do something like this? This is where it's at. This is what the people want. This is what they need. This is what's going to grow. This is what's going to change money if you want to change money. And Richard did it, and nobody else did. So now it's time for us to take our rightful seat and take crypto over from all of these other plebs who are soon to be wrecked plebs, and show them how to do DeFi and how to change crypto and how to change money. It's our spot. So sit down, shut up, and listen. Eric Wall, all of you guys, it's time for you to listen to us. No matter how much smarter than us you think you are, you're not. You failed. You did it wrong. We did it right. So here we go. Hex's time has arrived. Okay, let me get back into here and talk about the OA real quick. Let me jump back in the chat for a second. One more time, and then we'll go. If they can't see all the bullshit wash trading that's done on exchanges, other cryptos are fake as fuck and false signals that are lagging at best. Believe you. Need a bandana that has a priest stripe in it. Ooh. Who, you? Not me. No way. You don't want me. I don't fucking catch on fire or some shit. I can't even step foot in church. Let's see. Fuego. Yes. Fire, baby. Fire. With Hex being majority traded on DEXs, the volume is real. Yes, it's fucking real. And you can see it. You can Hex, like, if you want to give a crypto a proctology exam, Hex is the perfect one because it's sitting there with its cheek spread for you. Go ahead. Have at it. All you got to do is go on to hex.vision and you can see everything. And if you know how to use Etherscan, you can see the rest of everything. It's all there. You cannot fake the funk on the funky dunk that Hex is making. It's got it. It's got it all. Anyway, Hex clones are a joke. Just throwing that out there. You know, it should be proof now that Hex cannot be duplicated. Many will try. They will try to replicate it, but they will not duplicate it. They failed. They made some very dumb mistakes, proving Richard's thesis of things like the OA, of things like having certain amounts of liquidity on DEXs, utilizing the proper trading pairs, all of those things. Yeah, people made big mistakes. And I learned all those things through this process about liquidity and DEXs. And I mean, DEXs were brand new when it was like, what is a DEX? Oh shit, this is awesome. This is what we should have had. Why didn't we have this shit before? It's here now. So we have DEXs and we have limit orders on DEXs, all these different things that you can do. On top of, what was I going to say? There was something else that we had. Anyway, but yeah, the clones have just blown it, man. They don't understand what has really gone into Hex and the thought process. They still had old thinking when they built their shit. So they didn't realize that, you know, Richard had freaking gamed everything and said, look, no, these are the things that shouldn't be in place. These are the things that are wrong with crypto. And they said, no, we're going to take Hex and put some of those wrong things back into it. And they fucked themselves, man. They fucked themselves. Richard has done an excellent job of checkmating with these guys. And they made a mistake. They made a mistake. I heard Richard got Hex from aliens. I would not doubt that this is reverse engineered from aliens. Now that I can buy. That's one of those conspiracy theories that I will buy. I'm a big alien guy, man. That just, I don't know. Anyway, I think there's aliens. Probably not, but anyway, it's one of the things I like to fantasize about, that there is aliens, but who knows? Let's see, Bree, listening to RG3 while stoned is superior experience. Dude, man, that's awesome. I love hearing that. That is good, because you're probably tripping balls, because I heard you made a statement today. Shit, girl, man, that was freaking, you said you did something wrong. I thought maybe you fucking hit too much or something. Anyway, I bet aliens got it from Richard. Yep. Let's see. RH, is it Sigma alone wolf in a Sigma alone wolf in RH? Is it Sigma lone wolf in the space, or is he a lone wolf in the space? Kind of, but he has us. So, you know, he's got us. Let's see. Bree, White Widow, Dangerously Stupid. Hayes, let's go. Revolution, Hex has begun. Yes, the revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed. And I'm telling you, you gotta go listen to some Gil Scott, man. That, if you've never like sat down and listened to the whole thing, that is a bad jam, man. Love that jam. You cannot dunk the funky funk. You cannot fake the funk on a funky dunk, is what it is. You cannot fake that funk. Let's see. I've already a few staked a minor amount for 15 years. Popped my cherry. Listen to RG3. Yes, listen to me. Everything that I go to all my streams, go to my old streams and see if I steered anybody wrong ever. I haven't steered anybody wrong. Why? Because I know what Richard's saying. I know Hex. I know Hex inside and out. Inside and out. Now, there might be a few things that like this whole thing that we just talked about with about Kyle and the amount of, what did we say? It was the amount of big payday that you would be losing if you EES. I think I'm right, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me, but find your own answer on that one. But I think that you start to earn big payday bonus as your time goes in. After your 50% is done and you start eating into that, you start gathering that also. So I think that there is an amount that you do get. Bree says there is definitely aliens and they will be revealed soon. Just if they are, like, I want my own personal alien friend to like come visit me. Let's chill. Let's hang out. Let's talk. I want an alien friend. I want one that's going to be like kicking it with me. I don't want like him to be in Washington, D.C. or like fucking at The Hague or some other bullshit, you know, like I don't want them just hanging out with like, I want like them to come see us, some normal people, and like chill with us. Like come over to the house and watch UFC fights with me. I'll make you a kombucha and we'll kick it. That's the kind of aliens I hope we have, not this like behind a glass window or something or dead on a, you know, something like that. But anyway, there will be much a friend to you as you are to them, I surmise. Yeah, man, I'm going to be like high fives and hugs for the aliens, unless they like try and probe me or laser me or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, OA. I keep trying to get to the OA now that I've finished the chat, got the chat caught up. The OA. So the OA was a function that scared everybody from the beginning. So if you're new here, and that's one of the things you're hearing the FUD about, because there's very little FUD out there. So let me crush a couple of the FUDs. Like, where's the ETH? What did Richard do with all the ETH? ETH. Well, the answer to that is a resounding fuck you. It's none of your business, because nobody ask anybody, what are they going to do with the money that you spend on something that I sell you or something that you purchase or something that you got? It's none of your damn business. So nobody should even ask where somebody else's money goes. It's just not even, it shouldn't even be a crypto thing. I mean, most people in crypto are kind of, I don't want to say libertarians, but libertarian minded. They have a liberty mindset. Like, hey, I want my own thing. I want myself to be free. I want people to make their own money. You know, I don't want socialism. I don't want totalitarianism or any of that kind of crap. I want freedom to do what I want with my money. So why would we be asking people what they're doing with their money? It's fucking gross, man. It's so, yeah, it's icky. It's icky, man. Don't even be asking people where money goes. So that whole, where's the E thing? Whatever. Now the OA. The OA was a scary thing at first for all of us. I have to admit that. And I want everybody to understand that we went through a learning process about the AA or the OA. I'm sorry. So the OA was this entity that was getting half of the penalties, was getting bonuses from the AA lobby when the Hex was being minted. So the OA was growing in size, and it was owned by one entity, person, group, whatever. It had ownership. It has ownership. As far as we know, the secret of the OA has never been revealed as far as who owns it. People think Richard does. I don't think he does, to be honest. I don't think it's his. So the OA, because it was gathering so much Hex, it worried us. And it worried a lot of the influencers out there. A lot of the people out there were like, the OA is the problem. The OA is the problem. The OA is the problem. And then they even turned it into the narrative of, oh, Richard has, 80% of supply, 70% of supply, 100%, all this Richard, and nobody knows. But so we watched the OA grow. But what the OA growing did was it created a monster market cap. Because those coins are in circulation, just like Satoshi's coins, just like any value in any big company that is owned by a singular entity, like Elon's shares or anybody else's shares in a big corporation. They're centralized ownership of those things. So there was no difference with the OA. However, we were watching it very, very closely. We were scrutinizing it. All the guys like Silver and the people that were doing chain analysis were watching it very closely. And the OA isn't just one particular wallet. There are many wallets that are connected to it that spread out. If you do the chain analysis guys will tell you, and some of them even have they've got the list. And I've been told by some of the best that it freaking grows exponentially. You can't even really, they just get lost in chasing them. But the thing that they do know is that the OA has never sold coins. So it's continued to grow and develop, a bigger bag, but has never dumped that bag. And why? So why, when it's the perfect exit strategy or the perfect exit scam or the perfect exit would be to gather that big bag when the price gets high, dump it, right? Well, the value of that is meager at best, because we know there's the liquidity would just eat it up. It would just eat itself into oblivion, and there would be no value really that it could suck out, only a certain amount of millions of dollars that it could suck out. And it wouldn't be worth it to do something like that, to destroy this thing that is turning into the greatest crypto that has ever been seen. Not turning into, but is just the sentiment hasn't caught up to it yet. So the OA has helped to develop a large market cap presence. As it grows, it will, not it could, it will take Tether down. As it grows, it will bring ETH to its knees. As it grows, it will flip Bitcoin. Period. It will flip Bitcoin by design. It was programmed to do so. Therefore, the OA is a function of Hex. Now, how do we know that? Because it only improves the product. It would hurt it to do anything else. It moved one time, we saw it move, and it staked for big payday. When it staked for big payday, we finally saw it move. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what it was going to do. Was it going to ever move? Was it going to do something? As we got closer and closer to big payday, I had more and more confidence that the OA was only there as a benevolent entity to improve the Hex experience or to prove its functionality. So when the big payday came, we saw a monster run up. Like everybody was getting into Hex, because guess what they were going to do? They were going to dump it, because they knew that it was going to run up so they can all dump, right? So we had this big run up at big payday. Because why? Because you were getting free coins for big payday bonus based on, how much you staked and all that. So people were getting in and staking and getting ready to cash out, day later or whatever, because all you had to do was stake for a couple days, a day after the big payday, and you get your bonus, right? Well, however small that would have been, because of the longer pays better, bigger pay better, all that stuff. So the OA did something that put a fucking monkey wrench in that whole thing. That whole operation that was going to dump on our heads, on the true believers, on all of us who were staked out to the max, because we were all staked out to the max. All the Hexkins were. Well, the OA moved and it staked a bunch. In so doing, it ate up a lot of the big payday supply. So we all got less of a big payday. So like literally one day we had like 2/3 of your bag worth of fucking big payday, which was looking so sweet. And the next day when big payday came, we got down to 1/3 of the bag. People lost their shit. People were pissed. Even Hexicans were pissed. Oh my God, I had this whole bag. I had this whole plan. I was going to get that big payday bonus. Bunch of crybabies. I freaking loved it. I laughed my ass off at all of them crybabies. I'm like, do you guys realize what the OA just did? The OA moved. It moved. And how did it move? It didn't exit scam like some of the influencers were saying. It didn't go into Richard's pocket like some of the influencers are saying. It didn't rug pull, didn't do any of that shit that they said it was going to do. It protected us. Us. The stakers. The people who believed in it. It protected us from them. Hex is on our side and we're on its side. The sooner you know that, the sooner you'll be able to capitalize on the benefits of Hex. Understanding shares, understanding what the OA means. They just don't understand what it means. They still think it's a scam. They still think Richard's going to do something to them. Well, Richard's doing something to them, all right. But it has absolutely nothing to do with the way they think that he's fucking them. He's fucking them. He's fucking them, but he's fucking them in their own game. They made bad moves, and he played chess and checkmated them. End of story. The OA is here to protect us. It's here to protect Hex. It's here to make market cap. Look, when Hex flips Bitcoin, they're going to call it a vanity metric. Oh, market cap's just a vanity metric. That Hex thing, it shouldn't be up at number one. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Well, yeah, you guys have been preaching bullshit for a long time because that's how you've been ranking coins. And now they won't even let us take our rightful spot in their ranking spots, in their ranking sites, because they're afraid of what we've done. They're afraid of what Richard did and what we're promoting. They're afraid. So we beat you guys. We beat you. Hex fucking stole your girl. Took your bike, put her on the front of it, and ain't nothing you guys can do about it. So my suggestion is get on the wagon with us. Come figure this thing out. Start promoting Hex and start fixing crypto. There's a lot of you out there that have a lot of influence. There's a lot of you out there who have good things to say and a good way of doing it. There's a lot of you out there that are a lot more talented than I am. I was just brought the message first. I was just first to the message. I'm not the best. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the fastest. I'm definitely not the most influential. I was just first. And you guys need to respect that and listen to what it is that I have to say. Because I know what I'm talking about. Hex is going to change crypto. Pulse is going to change crypto. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. So get on the wagon, learn from us. Sit down, shut up, and listen. So, Dangerously Stupid said, and the code didn't fuck up. Even better. Yep, that was a whole nother plus. So there was no hiccups in the code whatsoever. So for you new folks, on top of learning about shares, learning about Hex being a better crypto than BTC, learning about the OA and its functionality, what it really means versus all of these people going scam. Now you know why Hex is the juggernaut that it is. And I explained to you earlier. So, well, why is Hex sitting on page 201 spot on CoinMarketCap and blah, 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 blah? Well, they're not using proper algorithms. There is hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. I don't always pull stuff up because technically I don't like fucking around in here, but I want to pull something up that's important, guys. Let's see. Here it is. Right here. BTP. Let me make sure there's nothing in here that top 25. Okay. Improvement. Okay, let me see if I can open this. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I want to show you something. So BTI verified crypto data site rankings. CMC and CoinGecko do not list hex correctly. So let me show you this. And let's go to the Chrome tab here. And where is it at? Uh-oh. How come it didn't? Oh, let's do a window. There we go. And share. There it is. All right. So BTI, crypto data site rankings, ranks Nomics an A-. I talked to Clay actually today, and he's striving to make Nomics A+. He wants them to be the best, and he's done a really good job. Now, CoinGecko gets a B+, currency market rating of a B. Crypto Compare comes in third with a B+, and a currency market rating of B. CoinMarketCap gets a C+ and a C-. So what's going on here? When the ranking sites that are being ranked A, the highest ranked ranking sites in crypto are listing hex properly, but these other motherfuckers with a C are not showing it. So they're the ones that have the problem, not us. So take a look at that for what it's worth. Those Nomics has done a better job at ranking, and we are number 4. So all the metrics, not just market cap, but all the metrics that make a coin what it is and give it all the rankings that it gets. Nomics has a lot of different algorithms that they use to rank and rate. So they've done a better job at it. So let's see what else is in here. I am studying the sacrifice stuff. Good for you, Wally. Good night, Tigre. Let's see. Without the OA staking, the price would have dumped 3 times lower. Yes, I think you are correct. I think you are correct. It would have been a disaster. It already dipped down to 0.00031 or something like that. Me and Hexo bought the dip right on screen, and I bought the dip right there after I had limit orders set in, and it caught my limit orders. I had one set a little lower and I missed it, but then I just pulled it and bought because on its way back up at like 3.00035 or something like that. But anyway, yeah, caught that dip, and Hexo caught it right on stream. Let's see. But who rates BTI? Really, D-Raj? We got to get that deep into this shit now? But sure. Who rates BTI? Why don't you go do that? Why don't you go build something, you and your golden mic, and go freaking rate BTI? Let's see. So good question. Yes. So Brace, so it appears the official bonding curve is 2.5x. This makes me want to go all in the first 3 days. Oh, do we got to get into this conversation? Okay, so new people, if there are new people in there, did you get all your questions answered about Hex? I know that we went kind of elementary on things. I'm very good at elementary. That's my thing. I talk to the streets. I talk to the elementary. The detailed questions, save that for the Whales only streams and whatnot. But if I'm done answering those questions, cool. If not, if you have some questions, throw them in there. But I want to get into this with Bree real quick, because this is what's important right now. Pulse chain and the strategies and all that is what's important right now. And I'm having a lot of, I know basically what my strategies are, but there's a few tactics that I'm not quite sure about yet. I'm still looking at a couple of my tactics. I have my strategy down, but my tactics, there are a couple of them that are, I got to zig or zag, or, when the time comes. It's the small stuff. So let's see. So might be the best way to go in day 3, let Hex gain in price. Well, that's what I'm doing. Faux show. My day 1 through 3 entry is definitely going to be in day 3. I'd like to see a little price rise, maybe not. Who knows? But I think, in my opinion now, as I look at things and the trading and the way it's been going, I think we're going to see some trading shenanigans. A lot of people are thinking, oh, we're going to see as soon as he announces, we're going to see a big run up. Oh, not so fast, Kimosabi. I think that we're going to see some fuckery going on. I think there's some bag holders that are going to want to gonna go, well, yeah, and I'm going to watch that day 3 rose, and then I'm going to sell some. Boom. Somebody's going to drop $1 million or $500,000 or whatever. And then we're going to see another run up. We might see a curve run up, and then boom on that last day. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how it's going to go, but we might see some big run ups and some dumps. So there's going to be some fuckery going on in the trading during the pulse sacrifice phase. I believe that's what I'm thinking now more so than ever. I used to think that, oh, we're going to see a big giant run up, and do I want to get at the end, or do I want to put a certain percentage at the end of the sacrifice phase and do a bigger percentage in the beginning? Do I want to DCA into the sacrifice phase, or lower at the end, or lower at the beginning, bigger at the end, and DCA in? So I have all these different little tactics that I've been thinking about how I'm going to get in. But I don't know yet. I still think at this point, I'm thinking that instead of a run up or a bonding curve that's going up, I think we're going to see some price dips because of sell-offs and stuff in between. So I don't know. Let me read some of the chat so maybe I can answer some of those questions. Before, I was going to wait for cheaper pulse after expecting a dump, but now I'm feeling I'm not going to be able to resist FOMO the first 3 days, considering a 2.5x bonding curve. Right? I mean, it's automatic run up, right? So with the trading in between, I'm thinking probably best on the third day. I don't know. Or maybe DCA into 1, 2, 3. I don't know. But that's probably the way I'm going, Bree. Hexmac, RG3 knows what's up. No, I don't. I don't know what's up. I'm like all of you guys. I'm like, what am I going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, I have my bag ready. It's ready. I've got my wallets all separated out. Everything's ready to go. Everything's ready. I've got my percentages that I want in, so I've definitely got all of my strategy down, but there's some tactics that, when you're in a battle, you gotta be able to adjust and adapt and overcome obstacles and things. So I've got all this. I'm not solid in what I'm going to do. I've got my strategy. I'm just going to try and figure out a few tactics along the way. But you guys are helping me with that. You could see insanity in the price action on the very last day of the sacrifice. Yeah, you could. We are definitely going to break all of it tomorrow on Quant Gang. Oh, Kareem, quick maths session is going to be insane. Make sure not to miss it. See, now that's where you guys can really get the mind fuck that you want, is go on. If I go on there, I'm going to come out so damn confused because these guys, I'm going to watch it, of course. I've got to see these guys and what they're going to say, because you don't want to miss that Quant Gang stuff, man. Those guys know their business. And if you want to mind fuck, go there and watch all that. So Bree said, wouldn't it be funny if price went up exactly 2.5x over sacrifice phase, perfectly canceling out the 2.5x bonding curve? This seems like it could be likely, perhaps why RH intended this bonding curve. Very, very hard to predict a 2.5x. But what would that put us at price-wise? What would that put us at? Let's see. I'm fucking even doing stupid, simple little math like that. 16, so 30. That's going to put us right up there at the 40, 50 cent mark, right? 56 cents or 10,000x, right? I don't know, man. That sounds, I don't know. Definitely some fuckery will be done. Yep. Yeah, Bree, that's tough call. Do you think the OA will sacrifice? That would be sick. So there's a lot of talk about that in some back rooms that I've heard had been part of. It could. There's also a lot of sacrifice coins coming in. I know that there's been talk about liquidity and all that kind of stuff, but who knows what can happen. there's so many different things that can go down. And Richard's brilliance shines in these moments. He's like so many steps ahead of the curve, and few people mentioned that OA staking thing, that it kind of like slipped. I think maybe Silver talked about it before it all happened. He thought that was kind of like what was going to happen. He was correct. So, Richard just has a way of playing these hands, like just a fucking masterful chess player when it comes to this stuff. I think he thrives on this shit, man. I think this is his wheelhouse, like figuring out game theory. He's really, really good at it. He's like one of those really good poker players, or chess players, that just understands the game and which way to move and zig when somebody zags and make them fucking pop out of their shoes kind of shit. He's really good at it. Really good at it. RG, what happens if a huge whale buys millions in the first half hour? Well, you mean sacrifices? Millions in the first half hour? I can almost guarantee you that's going to happen. I mean, even if a whale is using a strategy like DCAing into the sacrifice phase, that means that those first 3 days, probably whale money's coming in, and probably a bunch of us are getting in, and probably a bunch of the, dolphins and squids are getting in with some significant amounts of money. Like, I've heard a lot of people, I got 50,000, 25,000. I've even had people talking about millions and, $500,000, $750,000. So there's a lot of people with a lot of financial energy ready to go. So we're going to see a significant, sacrifice. Now, I don't know what that's going to do for the price, because this is all hex that's already liquid. But I like the fact that, and some of it's other coins too, of course. But I like the fact that it's going away. The more hex that goes away, the better. The more rare your bag becomes. But yeah, that's what happens if a whale buys millions, like comes in and buys hex. I think that all the hex is going to be bought, right? Like when Richard announces sacrifice phases happen on this day or whatever, then anybody who's going to buy hex that's expecting a run up they're probably doing it now. There's probably a lot of this price action you're seeing. So there's a lot of people dumping, and you see a lot of it getting bought right back up. I mean, right? We haven't freaking moved. We're still sitting. I mean, and there's been a lot of profit taking. And yeah, and you can see those wicks. You see people buying and selling, buying big amounts and selling. So people are in there getting ready for this. And that's what's happening right now. That's why this price action is doing what it's doing. So we don't know what happens when they buy millions. I thought about that as well, Kareem says. But to me, the most exciting thing people are going to enjoy watching is the leagues of who's getting the top spots for the volume multiplier. What are you talking about? Oh, the league. We're going to have leagues we're going to have leagues for the sacrifice phase, right? That I heard somebody talking about that before. I'm not in the loop on that, but I guess we are going to have sacrifice phase leagues. Kareem, I'm not sure I missed the stream tomorrow, no matter how many hours it takes. Yeah. What dollar level does 2.5x apply to? Whatever price is at sac phase. So 2.5x from sac phase to beginning to end. So it's a 2.5x bonding curve. Let's see. Are we going to be able to allocate from multiple wallets, or are we going to have a sac from? No, all your wallets are sacrificable. I mean, all of your MetaMask wallets or non-custodial wallets are sacrificable. So you can go all you have to do is go to the address. Doesn't matter where it comes from. As long as you're sacrificing to that sacrifice address, then you've done it. Doesn't matter. Now, where you hold your liquid or where you hold your ERC20s, I think is important in order to have them copied over onto the Pulse chain to get your like p-hex from, so e-hex liquid that you have to p-hex. If you have some left or you've kept some, you're going to need to make sure that it's in a proper wallet for that, non-custodial. Let's see. Are we going to be able to? Okay. That will have the biggest on the price than anything else. Some of us are really competitive, just saying, wink, wink. Yeah, you know, a lot of you guys like the whales and the sharks and the dolphins and all that stuff, and you're competitive. That's fine. It really drives, it drives action. It drives price. People wanting to be in that league or whatever. I just want to get as much as I can and execute my strategy and my tactics to the best of my ability, and try and optimize the situation of the day or of that week or 2-week period or maybe 30 days. Ahoy, Cap. Hey, what's up, Dorsey78? Welcome. Woohoo, Kareem. People are excited, man. And scales back to barely over 1.0 for smallest guy. Don't understand that one. I must have missed something. What's up, Pirate? Crypto Journeyman. How you doing? See, 0.20, 24 cents. So 24 cents. Nah, bro, you suck at math. Yeah, I think 24 cents is way off. I think we're more like, you suck at math, 20 cents. Oh, is it 20 cents? Is that what we're getting for that? Oh man, I'm way behind. Let's see. RG3. I'll break it all down tomorrow. Don't worry. Just make sure to tune in. It's going to be fun. I'm sure you will, Kareem. I'm sure you will. I'll be there. See, if we don't reach the 10,000 holes per ETH ratio, we'll have multipliers to reach that ratio. Yes. So that might be a little extra for us. Confusion part for me says last 3 days get 1.25x bonuses. The confusing part for me is it says last 3 days get a 1.25x bonus. I don't know. We're going to have to check on that. I haven't read any of that stuff, but I'm not going to pull it up and try and figure it out now. Let's see. Any benefit to sacrificing from Staker app versus MetaMask? I talked to Steph today, and there's just keep an eye out for what they might announce, because they might have some things going on too. But Staker is definitely wanting to, put things out there so that hexagons you're going to be able to move from both chains. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Any benefits of sacrificing from Staker? I read that. Yeah, you have to pay more per sac point, but if hex price runs up, you get the bonus of 25% purchase power. You may get more if you did at start. Yeah, that's the one thing that makes me want a DCA in. If during the start your bag is so small, you can't get volume bonus when swimming with the whales. Yep. It's hard to swim with whales. It is. You got to have teeth to do that. If during this, let's see, yes. How much money minimum would somebody need to sacrifice in order to get 2.5x? 1 million? How is the rundown from 2.5x to 1x determined? That's what I'm asking. Oh, okay. I like I said, I haven't read all that yet, so I don't understand what's going on there. This is new to me, so I won't be able to break that down for you. The guys will be breaking that down. I guess the whales only and Kareem will break that down. So just give us another day here to get that going. But I'm sure this is going to get dug into. This is new information. This is probably what you guys were talking about at the beginning of the stream that came out. Let's see. So crab steak, number 1 guy gets 2.5x. Number 2 guy gets slightly less. Number 3, slightly less, and on and on and on. So really, okay. I really like the security of Staker app. Yes, and it's getting better. Gnosis safe is something everybody should look into and understand. It's going to be the future. See. Or part of it anyway, part of it. There might be better stuff coming out. Who knows? But it's going to give you opportunity to do a lot of things. And even I think part of the wrap stakes is going to be along with that. So anyway, till you get the last guy, which gets barely over 1.0. Okay. Serenity. Yes, there's a formula for it. Do we not know the formula? That's what we're going to have to get in and check out. So yeah, crypto journeyman, don't sweat all this yet. This is about bonding curve stuff and how the bonuses are going to work for the sacrifice phase, because it's not only it's going to be volume and time weighted, I believe. So there's a mix of X's in there of how that bonding curve is going to work out based on the time that you get into the sacrifice phase. And then the variable is the price of hex at the time that you get in too. So there's the bonding curve issue, and then there's the price of hex that could be doing this along the way too. So there's a lot of variables. So it's not set in stone. There's not one strategy yet. I do believe that having a strategy to get in at your level, what you're comfortable with, if you've got a certain amount that you're going to sacrifice and hold liquid to get, copied over onto the pulse chain, then just have those numbers for sure. Wells and Kareem and them are going to be breaking down some of these number stuff as far as the bonding curves go. So you'll probably want to learn what it is that they're going to talk about, because they're going to give different scenarios. Because remember, I don't care what they talk about tomorrow or whatever. Now, they're going to give you the numbers and show you what could happen, but it's all going to be determined on whether the price of hex is here when the bonding curve is here, or whether it's here or here. I mean, there's going to be a lot of different variables as far as the price of hex and where the bonding curve is at that time in the sacrifice phase. So that's what you got to be considerate of. And then understand that what I was talking about was warning you about fuckery. Now, people are going to be pumping and dumping. Now, what can a whale do? A whale can move the price on everyone for their reasons. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of game theory here, and there's probably whales trying to position and whatnot. So that's what's going to happen. Now, what I trust in is that there probably isn't going to be the ability for a whale to come in and start messing with that stuff too much to their benefit. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Because Richard usually protects the community and the people, the little guy, from getting fucked and wrecked from things like that. So I'm sure that he's thought about all those things, because like I said, he's the master when it comes to it. So if there's people out there thinking about doing things, Richard's already got counters for it all. So I would feel completely safe with just saying, find out your strategy, learn as much as you can from these streams over the next few days, and be ready to sacrifice at your comfort level. And then just kind of follow the tactics as they go. That's all I can say. And that's what we're all going to end up having to do. We're all going to be doing that. Nobody's going to have any one answer right now. Nobody's going to be able to sit down and tell you, this is what you need to do. This is how you should do it. And this is where, you're going to end up. Nobody can tell you that right now, because there's too many variables. There's too many variables. Too many things can happen. So yeah, they can break it all down for you, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. All I know, RG3 made me stay and believe in Hex, and I was brought here for a reason. Let's get rich and grow together. Let the brains figure that stuff out. Right, ISO, man, you're right. And I'm gonna let the brains go fucking over there and steam and smoke and do all the shit that they do, and then I'm gonna sit back and go, okay, yep, he's right about that one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Watch the prices, watch everything. I'm gonna do that, and then just play the averages. It's like blackjack. If you play the right averages, then you'll come out a little ahead. If you make some risks, maybe you come out real ahead, versus, getting wrecked or something. I don't know. So either way, I think everybody's going to be okay. Let's see. And remember that it is a race. For example, you can be on the podium, then lose your spot at the last day if someone getting more points than you last minute. Oh yeah. If Kareem's talking about gaming this thing, and he loves that shit. I could care less about, ranks and all that stuff. I just want to get in as deep and as hard as I can and get as much benefit of it from it as I can, so that I can hold a good position when the time comes for this thing to really take hold. I want to have ownership in it. That's for sure. CryptoPan, apparently the supply can go higher than 1.15 trillion if a lot of money goes in. Yeah, that's amazing, huh? And it is deflationary and it burns, so it's got to be a big supply, right? I mean, it's going to take a long time with the fees the way they are. I think that's also going to kind of dictate the fees based on how much is in. So it'll keep the fees real low anyway. But it'll also keep the profits really low for validators and all that kind of stuff. So the first few years might be a wash, depending on how high the supply is, blah, blah, blah. So there's all kinds of game theory that's involved in this. Let's see. Just tell me where to point and shoot. Yep, that's exactly it, man. It's like, some people shoot out the foxhole like that. Like some of the best fucking shots that I've seen have done that shit. So yeah, just tell me where to point and shoot. Let's see. Not like the AA. No, it's not like the AA. It's going to be fun. Come tomorrow and we're going to have a great time. Next 14 days can be awesome. Yes, it is. And I can't wait to hear you guys, man. If you guys haven't seen Quant Gang, get in there and watch Quant Gang. And then Friday, I'm sure Whale's going to update on DS Network. They got another stream coming up. Freaking so excited about that. The guys that are coming together on that are just freaking dynamite, man. Best in crypto. Those guys are the best in crypto. Comes to Whales and Axis and he's got 3 or 4 different names, but Wasabi, I call him Wasabi. They're just freaking dialed, man. Let's see. I have created stakes all the way up to 15 years, so it's all good. Yep. And don't forget, Hexicans, you got double your stakes. You got all your hex on both sides. You're good, man. You're good. So whatever pulse you get is really a big giant cherry on top of the freaking banana split that you guys are getting. So anyway, it's all good. It's all good. You're going to end up into the right. Yep. That's exactly it. I still remember when streams from Hex had 5 viewers. We made it, fellas. Yeah, man. We used to have like 10 people watching this stream. Go in and watch the early ones. Like, 10. I remember when we hit like the first time we ever hit like 30. It was like, fuck, man. I called Hexo, dude. We had 35 streamers on, or 35 viewers watching the stream live. It was so cool. And when we get 100 views on the streams, we were like, this is freaking awesome. And now here we are. We're blowing away, the cowboy Bitcoin maximalist dude on the night he's streaming at the same time with you guys. So you guys are awesome, man. This is going to start out, Bree says, with a market cap in the multiple billions. We may be looking at an instant 10x. Oof. See, now you're making me want to FOMO into 1, 2, 3. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Kareem is the chart gangster. He's the maths man, dude. He's the maths man. Hex volume upside was only 5% or 10%. Pulse volume may be different. I still need to find out. Quant Gang may cover it. They might, yes. Silly Whales, Hex is for people, not for your pleasure. Damn right. But don't ever discount or the power of the whale. The power of the whale, man. No matter what strategy you're betting with Richard, so you're going to win, right? Right? That's the other thing. Like I said, I got Hex behind me. I have no problem with backing him on this one. I have no problem with backing him on Pulse. Now, could things go wrong? Could there be problems? Could there be an issue? Could something happen? Of course. But we're solid with Hex, so I'm good. I'm good even if it fails. I'm good, Rich. You did a good job, man. But I don't think it's going to. I really don't. No matter what strategy, let's see. Okay, if you had 10,000 Hex for SAC, how would you play it? 50% day 2, and then remaining day 4. If I had 100,000, if you had 100,000 Hex for sacrifice, if I had 100,000, I had 100,000. See, I don't know what 100,000 means to you, but I know what 100,000 means to me. So it's our ideas of what 100,000 are different. So I can't really answer that and be true to what you need, brother, because 100,000 to me is a little different, maybe. Let's see. Remember, guys, you're getting in the ground floor. Think years ahead, miles in front. Yes, that's what's important. I'm with RG. I just want to get in. There's no way I can compete with some whales I've seen. No way. There is no way. We can't compete with the whales. We just have to swim in the sea with them. Yeah, don't gamble. Remember what we talked about many, many times. Yes, we've all talked about that. We don't gamble. Okay, here, Bree, just put some cool numbers up. So there are 116,670,920 ETH in existence. 10,000x equals 1,166,709,000. No, wait. That's fuck numbers. So that's 20,700,000 or 709 million. 1,709,709,020,000. This means for us to have a market cap starting at, say, 5 billion, then 5 billion is 1.6 trillion equals one pulse starting at 233. What? 5 billion. Market cap starting at, say, $5 billion. Then 5 billion slash 1.16 trillion equals one pulse starting at, I don't think that math is right, Bree. I don't think. Thanks a million, brother. Forget 10x. That would be 100x. Me too. Reasons I mentioned a ranking. Exact ranking for the volume voters until the last day when it ends. Yes. Let me get down to the bottom here. Because it's getting close to being the end of the stream. I don't want to go too long. So let's see. I've been working hard all day. Missed it. Yeah, I missed it too. No launch yet. Bree, flawed math. Yes, I think so. Roll. Yeah. See, man, you had me doing math there that wasn't right. Whatever the fuckery the silly whales come up with, I'm confident we're true. Yep. Nope. We said that before. If you were to invest into a Hex University, what area of the U.S. would you want it to be in? Aspen, Miami, New York? Well, I think that the Hex University is being looked at. I'm at 1.17 trillion over 5 billion. Yes, it should have been the other way around, not you did it the opposite way around. So anyway, that's what equals 233. Okay. Quit it with the maths now, guys. I can't do math, so I'm not even going to attempt to read your guys' stuff because if it's wrong, I wouldn't even know it. So anyway, so 2,053,000 hex just bought on Uniswap. Nice little pump. We got another little pump going, guys. Getting closer to that 9-cent mark. I think that's when we're going to start seeing some whale FOMO. After about 9.6 cents, we're going to see some whale FOMO. Let's see. Dude, as far as the university goes, Hex University would be in a tax haven, wouldn't it? No, I don't think so. I think they're looking at putting it in Miami. I think it's more, I wanted to watch Gary's streams today. I haven't had a chance to do so. As soon as this is over, I am going to do that. I'm going to listen to both of his streams because I want to hear what this is all about from him and Kenman because I'm involved and I want to be part of it. And the Hex University is probably going to be in Miami because I think it's more of a lifestyle type thing, high roller, baller, jet setter, Lambos and beautiful people, all that kind of stuff, So I think they're going to do it in Miami. They might put more around the world. That's their thoughts. I like to be involved some way, of course. But I don't know. I think it's going to be in Miami. This reminds me when everyone was trying to figure out Hex. Your eureka moment of emergency end stakes to stake longer was great advice. Cheers, RG. Yes, I do take ownership of that. And I thought that was a brilliant moment in time for us Hexicans that, hey, shares are the way to go. Why wouldn't I make more shares? Just like, should I even say this? I'll say it just because some of you might be thinking of it and I've thought of it too. For instance, I have a stake that's a couple years old that's coming out in December. I look at my staker app and it's in the green. It's significantly in the green. I stand to lose a significant amount of money. However, let's just say that was worth $100 and I end staked that $100. But it could have been in December, it could have been $200 because it's going to double by the time the stake ends. From now to December, that 2-year stake is still gaining momentum and it's going to be worth about $200 by the time that stake ends in December. But if Bree is correct and I 10 to 100x my $100 right now by emergency end staking my $100 and sacrificing it, am I not doing better by emergency end staking it and losing that extra $100, but still taking my $100 out? And instead of making 200, I just 100x'd my $100 on Pulse. Something to think about. So anyway, I just said it because I'm thinking about it. I am in that situation. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm not saying that I am going to emergency end stake it, but 100x versus a 2x, that's good math, right? Thine logic is undeniable, right? That's how I see it, Bree. So, no, RG, don't do it. You know what's funny is I've hit the emergency end stake button many times before the big payday and restaked and got bonuses and lots more of those juicy T-shares that everybody wants so badly. And I got lots of them when I did that. So it was the right move. That emergency end stake button isn't an evil thing. In the wrong hands, it's like a gun. You put it up to your temple and pull the trigger, bad shit happens. But if you point at the guy that's about to take you out, good thing, right? So in the right hands, it can do good things. In the wrong hands, it can do bad things. So don't be afraid of the ES button, especially know how to use it. I'm considering ESing a short one that's appreciated enough for me to get my principal out and some so I can restake longer and sack a little more. Yes. Now that's what I like to hear, is that you're going to DCA it into stakes, into shares, and into Pulse. I like that idea. I really, really like that idea. That is the smart way to go about it. Much better than just EESing it and gambling it all on Pulse. Now, your gains could be bigger if you just gambled it all on Pulse, but by buying more T-shares, pushing it out a lot longer versus a short stake that you had, you can definitely mitigate your losses by separating that risk. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Let's see. 9 cent incoming. Damn straighted. Oh, yes. Big pump. Big pumps coming. Big pumps coming. He hates that. Markable hates that when I say that, when I'm looking at the really Hexo's texting me right now, like asking me like personal questions. Hey, bro, what's going on? I'm on stream, bro. I'm on stream. Maybe I should call him. Let me call him real quick. Let's check this out. Let's see. What is that? Let's see. This is funny when I do this to him, because I know he doesn't watch my show, because I hardly get to watch his. Watch this. Let's see. Come on, bro. Oh, he's going to text me, but he won't answer. I got to be careful because I think he says he's not going to answer. No. Okay. I don't want to say that. So, yeah, he's not going to. I'll get back to you later, buddy. So don't be afraid of the emergency end stake button if you know what you're doing. But I like that idea of doing it that way. Will the staker app itself be forked, or will there be both staking ladders integrated from both places and went out. So, Bree, so what's going to happen is you're going to have a toggle switch to toggle over to the different network. Just like in your MetaMask, you're going to have the same type of functionality as MetaMask has, because it's basically just going to switch chains. So yeah, it'll be the functionality being there. And then when you do toggle it over, you'll see your stakes all over again. And then whatever you stake on Pulse, and then whatever you stake on Ethereum, you'll have your stakes will be, so like you can make a stake on Pulse and not a stake on Ethereum, or, different types of stakes on both sides. And when you toggle over, your stakes will change, where you'll have, all of your Genesis stakes that you had, and then you'll have your new stakes, whether they're not going to duplicate once the snapshot's done and the chain launches. You won't have duplicates of everything anymore. Only, from time forward, it'll be just as you add to those stakes. But yeah, you'll have a toggle switch. I'm scared of the EES button. Can you trust staker and the penalty, or does it tell you exact when you EES? It tells you when you EES, I believe. I don't know. I just was pulling them out. It was so long ago. I forgot all about exactly what it tells you. I think I'm going to EES. Oh man. Now you're making me FOMO into EAS. Let's see. I wasn't going to touch my birthday stake, but I know 10 to 100x. I don't know. Let's see. Bree, yeah, we had Steph on our show last week. Yep, that's what he was saying. Toggle. Awesome. That's brilliant. Yep. And that's the same way you're going to do it in MetaMask. Just drop down menu, and you're going to pick the network. It's going to say Pulse Chain, and you are on the Pulse Chain network, just like Matic was doing it. 2 for 1, it's going to be epic. Yes. Watch last week's show. Last week's show must have had Steph on there. Steph was dropping cool updates for the last 30 minutes. Yep. What about Pulse delegation? Will that be integrated into Staker app as well, or perhaps become a new app connected to Staker app? I'm not sure if he's going to have a delegation interface on there or not. And that'll be interesting too, because I'm definitely going to delegate. I think maybe delegation is going to be hard to win the first year or two. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the transactions are going to go, but they're going to be very, very inexpensive. There's going to be a lot of supply. So, there's going to be very few payouts for that, is my guess. So I don't know if it's going to be a super, super winner at first, but of course, being a delegate is important, and supporting that is, what are you going to do with all your Pulse? You're going to dump it? You're going to sell it? Or you're going to sit on it? Most of us are going to sit on it, right? So why not use a staking function that you can stake it? It's definitely not going to be as good a staking function as Hex, but you're going to support the network, and you can put your Pulse away for a rainy day. You know what I mean? Because who knows what Pulse can do? Who knows what it can do? Do you foresee the Hex doubling being similar to Big Payday with maybe a dump? Whatever goes up unnaturally comes down unnaturally. So what I say by that is, if you look at any chart, in even the Hex chart, as good as it is, there's pumps and there's dumps, but there's always some kind of line of equilibrium up and to the right of a good financial vehicle. That's almost, you can almost say that it's going to find that place. Look at what it found after Big Payday. Look before Big Payday, look for the big bump, and then look for the dump, and look where it found itself. It's right in line with where its trajectory was. That's why I like looking at macroeconomics, because it finds its trajectory again. Now, if you want to play that pump and dump game and risk in between that stuff, then, just look at the trajectory. The guys are going to be talking about it tomorrow, and trade yourself into that trajectory. If that's what you want to do, if you want to trade, if you want to be that person, if you want to do that thing, take those risks, then, but remember, Hex does some things like it monster pumps and then finds a whole different level up here somewhere. So still on its trajectory, but it did one of these, so slightly lifting its trajectory a little bit every time it does that. So it's doing, not only is it doing this, but as it starts to move, the trajectory starts to rise more and more too on Hex. So be aware of that. You could get pushed out of the market playing those games. It has done that a few times. Hex has done that, and people got left behind. So just remember, you put yourself in that situation when you start playing that trading game. Yes, the rewards are good. Rewards are big, but you could get left behind. Onboard, Kareem says, yes. ES, you don't get EES, you don't get PHEX copy. You're absolutely correct. You don't get the PHEX copy. But 10 to 100x versus a 2x on each side. Right? RG3 is turning into an EES show. No, I've just never been afraid of it. You know what? Everybody's afraid of it. And well, not everybody. There's a handful. There's more than a handful. There's probably a handful of people that aren't afraid of it and understand it as a tool. I just want to teach everybody that it is a tool and that there is operability in it, and that it's not something to be afraid of like it's the nuclear launch code button. It is a tool, and it can be used with responsibility. But not everybody, most people can't use it responsible. Probably 90% of you out there should stay the fuck away from it. So that would be good advice. But because this is an advanced show, because we talk about Hex here in the deepest levels of it, and layman's terms, of course, because I'm the simple guy, simple kind of man, right? But I'm going to tell you all the stuff it's out. I'm not going to look, I cuss around my kids. I talk to my kids about drinking and drugs and all that other shit in front of them. I don't hide anything from them. Just like I don't want to hide anything from you guys, because I think that once you start hiding shit from people and you know about them, then they don't trust your fucking ass and they don't believe what you're saying. And they want to know why you're hiding shit from them, why you treating them like babies, or why you're not, letting them see the real world and all that kind of shit. They can't, it's about trust, man. It's about trust. So I want you guys to know that I'm just giving it to you real. I'm not going to say it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a tool thing is what it is. And in the right hands, it can be effective. And in the wrong hands, it can wreck your ass. Just like a gun. I'm not going to tell you not to have a gun. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't know how to fucking use it, you're going to end up killing yourself or somebody else. 9 times out of 10, most fucking problems with guns are your own people killing your own people by accident or on purpose, not in a situation where a gun was meant to be used in self-protection or whatever. 9 times out of 10, it's a bad situation. Crazy motherfucker gets a gun, goes apeshit crazy. Somebody stupid in the house cleaning a gun, kills my little fucking cousin. That kind of shit. So in the wrong hands, bad thing. In the right hands, good thing. Just like the EES button. I ain't going to hold it from you guys. So you guys need to know all this stuff. So anyway, it would be superb for the promotion and growth of the network. Have people be able to, in the same app as they manage their Hex, can choose to delegate your Pulse and also earn interest on that. That would be nice. It really would. Damn, you still going? Sub Cap? Hey, what's up, COG? Good to see you, bro. Just got here. Yeah, man. Where you been? You fucking watching the damn charts. Our troll ain't even here today. Where'd he go? Where's my troll at? Let's see. That's to the 2 massive stakes over 48. That's to the 2 massive stakes. Yeah, man. There was some big stakes that came out, but man, Hex is really. There's another one that just came out right now. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I love seeing it move like tenths of a penny, like just one trade. Crack. One day it's going to be a penny in one trade. And then one day it's going to be 50 cents. And one day it's going to be $1 in one trade. And it's like, oh, don't care. Didn't affect my bag. RD3 is a simple jack of crypto. I don't know who Simple Jack is, but probably. Especially 33 million one. That was awesome to watch. He's going to get a nice PHEX copy too. I decree within a year, Pulse will 100x, and I decree within 2 years, Pulse will 1000x, and within 3 years, 10,000x. ETH did it. Why can't Pulse? Obviously, you know what to do. Hex perfected BTC. Exactly my point. I think that you are 100% correct, but quit making me FOMO. You're making me FOMO. I'm losing my better senses right now, Bree. So stop it. Pulse will perfect Ethereum. It will. It absolutely will. It will front run it to its own game. We will have 2.0 dialed in before they launch theirs. So I assume others are going to do what I did now. That Pulse is near. I got my USD and swapped for Hex. That's why Hex price is rising. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that. Good advice. Yep. Thank you. We are the vanguard of a new era of cryptocurrency. I like the vanguard. That's a cool word. Let's see. Wales is on with DCC now. Just saying. Oh, Wales is on with DC. Nice. Yeah, that's probably why a lot of people left a little while ago. I'm definitely EES, and thanks for the financial. I did not tell you to EES, so knock it off. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for being here. You guys are the bestikins. Remember, the revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed, and we're going to keep streaming it here on Discourse Syndicate Network. Go over there and watch Wales and DC rip it up, because I know that they've got some good information for you guys if you still want to see things. See you guys tomorrow. Go check out Knipples. Give him a like, make him feel loved, because he's our redheaded stepchild. He feels bad whenever you guys don't give him some props. So go over there and watch him in the morning. See you guys on the FN Hangout. Later, bye. Bye.